And good evening to you. Welcome to high school football action on Central Illinois Sports. Live tonight from North Greene High School as the North Greene Spartans and Camp Point Central Panthers go head-to-head to finish out this 2025 regular season. Alongside Jack Hull, I'm Charlie Hull. This is the Great Rivers Bank pregame show on Central Illinois Sports, a rare Thursday night matchup. I understand Kirk Herbstreit wasn't able to make it, so we brought John along to run the camera up top, and we certainly hope he stays warm throughout this beautiful evening. The Spartans have not won a game yet this year. Camp Point Central has not lost a game yet this year, but they're matching up here in week number 9 and looking for both teams to do their best and improve. Central to get ready for the playoffs, and North Greene to get ready to start to turn this thing around, and a lot of good things happening here at North Greene. We'll talk about some of those. We'll also preview the matchup, take a look at what else is happening around the WIVC this weekend. More on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show after this.
Are you looking to streamline your banking? Great Rivers Bank has just what you need with our streamlined checking and savings accounts. Earn high interest rates or get cash back on debit card purchases with your qualifying account, plus ATM fee refunds. Certain qualifications required. Call or visit our website today at www.greatriversbank.bank to get started. Great Rivers Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
My name's Matt Keplinger. A lot of people call me Keppy. I've been a trainer now for 17 years. When we get the new hires come through the door, I try to treat them like family. This individual right here sent me this today. There's not too many men I admire I can't do it. There's not too many men I admire or that has made an impact in my life, but you've made that list. This is one of the reasons that I love my job, getting messages like this. When my life needed purpose, I chose Dot.
When it comes to financial planning, most financial companies focus on your income. At Northwestern Mutual, we focus on your outcome. That's why we know what it takes to succeed both on your balance sheet and in your life. It takes the right financial partner who looks at where you are and where you want to go and designs a financial plan to take you there so you can achieve the life you're after today and every day after. Focus on your financial outcome with Northwestern Mutual. Contact Sheila Davidsmeyer today at sheiladavidsmeyer.nm.com. Northwestern Mutual is the marketing name for Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company and its subsidiaries in Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Here at Little Jess, we value hard work, dedication, integrity, and leadership. We have a respect for heritage and tradition and believe in the pursuit of building legacies, breaking records, and putting forth award-winning results. That's why supporting schools and local teams is one of our favorite and most exciting parts of our business. For over 7 decades, we strive daily to use those same values as a foundation to meet our community's automotive needs and support our future generations. Little Jess Motors, serving our community since 1969.
Are you as excited as we are that football season is back? Then you need to make Jersey's your one-stop destination for mouth-watering burgers, ice-cold beer, and all your local sporting events. So gather your crew and speed over to one of Jersey's 2 locations, 109 East Jefferson and Camp Point, or 115 East Main Street, Mount Sterling. Jersey's Bar and Grill, your hometown sports bar.
We love beer!
Back with you on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. Great Rivers Bank with locations in Pittsfield, Barry, Liberty, and Hannibal, here to serve the entire region with the best in banking services close to where you live and always online at greatriversbank.bank. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. Week 9 of the football season has quickly arrived, and for Camp Point Central, it's one more game before a playoff season, Jack, and for this Central program on quite the impressive streak for being a playoff-eligible team, for not be for the COVID year, which we don't count because nobody played in the playoffs that year. You'd be talking about this being year, I believe, 15 with Brad Dixon, but you're one short because of that, right?
15 for 15, though, and they did just fine to get themselves into that situation. This is the second time the Panthers have been in Greene County, as they played in Greene County at Greenfield in week 2, and that was quite a battle. And so back in Greene County, we started with this game a year ago at the beginning of the season, and this year we end it with this game. The difference, it was about 102 degrees when we were here a year ago, and tonight it's just a beautiful night for football.
The Panthers started their season with a 50-8 win over West Central. That 24-6 win, as Jack told you, at Greenfield Northwestern. A 44-0 win over Triopia, beat Beardstown 62-0, and Minden Unity Payson 43-0. Their closest matchup of the season in the WIBC North was against Brown County. That was a 27-6 win back on October 3rd. And then the last 2 weeks, they have beaten Route 46-3 and Pleasant Hill Western Griggsville Perry 60-8. This North Greene squad, it's been a little rougher sledding for the Spartans as they are looking to try to get some things started. They fell to Beardstown 41-6 in the opener of the season and then have been shut out in every contest the rest of the way. But Coach Nicholas Melanthine, Jack, is a guy who's trying to do something here at North Greene and build a program. And, you know, I think one of the biggest things you have to look out for is many times in the last 3 or 4 weeks, honestly, that you've gotten on Twitter or X or whatever we're calling it these days, and seeing, hey, we're looking for an opponent because our Friday night opponent canceled. Hey, we're looking for this and that. Hasn't happened here at North Greene. Playing the entire season, yeah, they're taking some lumps, but teaching some lessons that, hey, even when things might not be going your way, you don't just get to quit.
He and Principal Barry and I talked a couple weeks ago, and I said, will we have a game? He said, I can guarantee you we will have a game because we told the boys when the first practice happened, we're going to see this through, and then we're going to work in the off season. Coach only had about 60 days to work with the kids after he moved here from a Casey Westfield program where he actually called the offense. And it so happens that your mom and I were up in Galena. She was working with the hospitals up there. I'm walking down the street. I see a man and wife with their North Greene shirts on, and I said, hey. And we visited for about 15 minutes. He said, I'm the new football coach. And here's what I can tell you about this guy. He loves kids, he's positive, and he's got the right attitude to turn things around here.
And I think they will. You know, it wasn't too many years ago that Camp Point Central and North Greene were playing in a quarterfinal game in the playoffs. So it has been done before here. It's just been hard to find that consistency. And, you know, that's what happens in small school programs. You have some things that kind of cycle in, cycle out, except for Camp Point Central. Explain that one to me.
Well, people said,
Calhoun.
People said, well, will this be a rebuilding year? And I said, well, sure, every year is a rebuilding year. You graduate some kids. But if you take a look at the really good programs, it's not about superstars. It's about 25, 30, 40, 60 kids that make up their mind they're going to work hard throughout the season and the off season. When Central gets their last game played, they'll play basketball, they'll wrestle, but they'll continue to work in their athletic PE program with Remington Bueller, and the girls will do the same thing, and that's how you turn championships in a school.
Trying to finish off the regular season at 9-0 has been quite the impressive run since they joined the WIVC as well and have won the North outright. They'll be excited on Saturday night to see who will be coming to Camp Point Central a week from Saturday to open up the playoffs.
Yeah, you know, we've seen people from the south end of things. I think Cesar came in a second-round game, but we've seen people from a lot of different areas there. We've seen some people come from farther in the east side of things. This year, you know, it's very interesting, depending on what Rushville does tonight, whether they end up 5-4 or 6-3, they could be somebody that could play there, but they could go north also. And then you could see a West Central rematch from the very first game of the season. There's a couple that kind of pop up there that are possibilities, but we'll know all that tomorrow night about 8 or 9 o'clock.
Well, it'll be Saturday night. Today is Thursday, of course.
I didn't realize that. Is this a Thursday game?
Today is Thursday. I believe it's one of the few games being played tonight in the state of Illinois, but we're playing football. It's a beautiful night. The field in great shape here at North Greene, and really looking forward to the matchup. The Spartans are out on the field warming up. Central will take the field in about 8 minutes or so. We'll step aside on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show, back with more after this.
At Eagle Valley Bank, we have many products and services to meet your needs. However, we don't have so many choices that you feel overwhelmed. We can customize your banking needs and develop a financial strategy that best fits your life. We offer 5 convenient full-service locations in Bluffs, Griggsville, Maridosia, Mount Sterling, and Pittsfield, and you can also bank online at eaglevalley.bank. Eagle Valley Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Your Jeep, truck, and SUV are only as good as the tires and rims they run on. On or off-road, go full throttle.
Bostard Farm Equipment is Western Illinois' resource for equipment, service, and parts. Check out our large selection of used equipment online or stop by our dealership in Camp Point, Illinois on Route 24, just east of Quincy.
Dear Western Grain Services Incorporated is proud to be Western Illinois' full-service feed and grain resource. DGS provides the knowledge, service, and products that will help you and your operation succeed. Our field staff covers Adams, Brown, Hancock, McDonough, Pike, and Schuyler counties and takes pride in making farm calls to work with you and provide the best nutritional program for your animal. Our full line of trucks and service locations can provide for a variety of your needs. Give them a call at 217-696-4461 or on the web at dearwestergrain.com.
Press Yours on You and the Walker family are starting their 20th year of serving the Camp Point community and surrounding areas by helping businesses, schools, and families with custom solutions that stand out. For businesses and organizations, we've got you covered with professional screen printing, embroidery, laser engraving, and custom banners. From team apparel to promotional products, we'll help your brand shine. Come see why Press Yours on You has been trusted for 20 years. Press Yours on You, right on Highway 24 in Camp Point. Find us on Facebook. And from our family to yours, thank you for shopping local.
It's time to be thinking about tax planning. You can count on Illinois FBFM for accounting, consulting, and tax preparation for farmers and businesses in Pike, Brown, and Adams County. Phone 217-593-7233. That's 593-7233. Illinois FBFM can take care of your farm accounting needs. Get your accounts in order for this tax season. Contact Jesse Shootman, Emily Matthews, and Kaylee Fessler. Illinois FBFM in Camp Point, working for you.
Stotzi Automotive and Tire, located at 201 Adams Street in Camp Point, Illinois, is your local automotive repair shop. Whether you need an oil change, brake job, alignment, engine repair, or new tires, Stotzi Automotive is here with honest and competitive pricing. Call Reagan and his team today to schedule your appointment. 217-740-5010. That's 217-740-5010 for Stotzi Automotive and Tire.
Back with you on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show as the Panthers and the Spartans getting ready to match up this evening. WIBC crossovers these last couple of weeks, last week and this week. Of course, Calhoun and Brown County playing tomorrow night in a big contest. Both of them, obviously, Jack, are postseason eligible, but both would like to be 8-1 or 9-0 in Calhoun's case, and secure that first round home playoff game.
Yeah, and for Brown County, being 7-2 could cause them a little different opponent in the first round. Being 8-1 for both of them could be better for them. Calhoun a little beat up. Will Lorton got hurt, and he'll be out till Christmas time for basketball. Tore up a knee, and so we pray for Will. And also found out that about 4 or 5 other guys might not be playing tomorrow night, but we'll have to see that. But I guarantee you this, Calhoun's got a bunch of young guys, and their head coach's son's quarterbacking as a sophomore, and I hear great things about Aaron's son as a quarterback.
Bob Ray has joined us here on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. And Bob, for Camp Point Central, they're getting about as healthy as they have been all year at the right time.
We are. They've kind of put the brakes on Caden Niekamp for much of the week 2 through week 6 or so, right? He played a little bit in week 7 and a tad bit in week 8. And now here he should be more healthy yet tonight. We've had a couple of other key injuries, but they're coming back. We've had the luxury here for 3 weeks probably, right, of being able to rest some of our kids and getting them ready for a little more motor action tonight and on to week 10.
Key to that thing, too, is when Caden was out, we found out there's some other kids that play pretty darn well on that line. And when Marco was out, Dylan came in and played pretty well for him. So there's other guys. They're not going to be quite like Niekamp is, but they were pretty good.
Yeah, it was great to give these other players more reps and in quality game conditions. And Dylan Mound was one of those who's really stepped up to the challenge and played defensive back as well as some of our special teams. You mentioned our defensive line. Chase Bonner's been probably one of the bright, shining spots all year long. Casey Monroe described him the other night as just one of those kids who just hangs around. And now his senior year, he's really having a stellar season.
You talk about kids that hang around. I know that Jasper Flessner was a key part of that defense a year ago, but I looked back on the stats, and I think he only carried the ball 5 times a season ago, and all of a sudden he's the workhorse at the fullback position in the wing T, which is maybe the most important position in the entire offense.
Yeah, he took advantage of that opportunity and has run with it too.
And Jasper, if you talk to him off the field, this kid is a determined young man. He lost his mom this summer. She passed away, and I think that added to it a little bit. But Jasper, in his senior year, he's taken it to heart, and he's really been a big leader on this team too. And then Cale Niekamp, a year ago, I mean, basically they had to put Gittenbacher at quarterback because Mound and Niekamp really weren't ready at that point. Cale came out this year, and now he's 6'2". He looked pretty ready, didn't he, Bob?
He looks really good. He's had a great season. I can't really remember any significant play that he's botched, and that's a big part of Casey's offense is, run the thing the right way, and he does that. They've given him the ball on rushing carries a few times, and those have been excellent. I think Jack last year just playing, 13 games at the key safety spot really got him game ready, varsity ready more than anything else.
And I think the relationship he and his older brother have is really important to this. I heard a couple interviews with him, and he said, I love my brother, and I don't want to let him and this team down. And he's worked that 365 days in between, he put in the effort.
Yeah, I think that's true. What did our friend at Muddy River Sports, Steve, say in the headline last week? The other Niekamp is getting ready, and by that he meant Caden, our all-stater, 3-year stud defensive lineman, and now he's being referred to as the other, and I'm sure that brought some funny laughs at home.
It's the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. Really about the first time it's felt like fall consistently, and it's a little bit cooler. Nice night. Crowd on the other side starting to fill in. They're doing some improvements here at North Greene as well, Jack, to help this facility be a little nicer for next season. I heard they're building a new concession stand and restroom area. Really
Quite
nice
honestly, you want to enjoy the concession stand in the bathroom tonight, it'll be gone tomorrow, they said. And they're going to knock it all down and put new stuff in. John Hull came down and he went up to Brett Berry and he says, we got a leak in the guy's bathroom. He said, it's okay, we're not fixing it. He said, because it's going to be gone tomorrow. And that says a lot for what they think about their program. They've got a beautiful school and gymnasium, and they're really trying to make a big difference here and show these kids how much they care about them.
We'll step aside here on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show, talk more about the matchup as Central and North Greene go head-to-head on Central Illinois Sports.
Game Masters has your only indoor archery range. Come in and sharpen your skills at our 40-yard range. This state-of-the-art facility has over 30 3D targets and a virtual simulator. We offer hourly and daily rates along with monthly and annual memberships. Our memberships include range access from 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. so you can come in and shoot at your convenience. Check out our Facebook page to find our membership options and discounts. Game Masters, we're passionate about the outdoors.
Exmark mowers are at B&B Livestock Supply and Trailers. American-made precision and power. Backed by B&B's unmatched service. B&B Livestock Supply and Trailers in Camp Point, Illinois. Call, click, or stop by.
When you're ready to restock your pantry, go to Kay's Family Food in Camp Point, Illinois. Open 7 days a week, 7 a.m. through 8 p.m. Be proud, Camp Point area. Kay's Family Food is the only locally owned grocery store in Adams County outside Quincy. Delicious donuts daily, great lunch specials, fresh cut meats, fresh produce. Kay's Family Food are committed to the area and the school. When you support your local store, they can support you and your school and community. When you need to restock, think of Kay's Family Food, 593-6814.
At Farmers State Bank at Camp Point, we're proud to have been a part of our community for over a century, supporting families, athletes, and fans every step of the way. Just like your favorite Panthers team, we're dedicated to giving our best. With over 100 banks and ATMs throughout the area, we're here to help you on and off the field, no matter where the game takes you. So whether you're cheering in the stands, traveling to the next big game, or just supporting your community, trust Farmers State Bank of Camp Point to be with you all the way. Farmers State Bank of Camp Point, where tradition meets hometown pride.
Cascom is taking internet speed to the extreme with our brand new Ultra package offering speeds up to 2 gigs. Sign up for Cascom today, and for 1 full year, you'll receive $10 off per month, $15 off per month for 500 megs, $20 off per month for 1 gig, $25 off per month for our brand new 2 gig package. With speeds this fast and deals this incredible, isn't it time you saw the light? Call Cascom today or visit us online to learn more. 800-252-1799.
Welcome back on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. They're conducting the coin toss at midfield, and the Spartans won the toss. And it looks like they are going to take the ball. So they will receive the opening kickoff tonight. We're still about 13 minutes away from the kickoff here at North Greene High School. But, Jack, WIVC overall, some people said, it was kind of a down year. Looks like still a number of teams going to be in the playoffs. And I would say at least 3 of them, and I wouldn't count out Carrollton and Greenfield either, are favorited to win the first couple of weeks.
Yeah, and I think if you draw a Greenfield or a Carrollton in week 1, you're going to have a very dangerous opponent. We saw 3/4 of Greenfield playing Camp Point Central just about as well as anybody has played them in the last couple of years. And, when you come out of the WIVC, you're pretty prepared because even the teams that are down a little bit will give you all they got, and they give you a lot of different looks. You get to see the spread, and you get to see the double wing formations, so you're prepared for about anything.
Very true. And, a lot of the programs offensively, not a lot of complicated things. Take, for example, Camp Point Central. Not a lot complicated about the offense, but the execution is what makes them so hard to stop.
Yeah, and it's just that everybody knows what their job is, and when everybody does their job and you're running the double wing, you come back with that counter play after you've run the fullback about 6 times in a row. And then after you get the openers out and you put a couple 6'2", 195-pound sophomores out there at the wings, that's another surprise because Curtis Rigg ran the ball 5 or 6 times last week for about 170 yards. Zach Weir could run the ball as much as you want him to. He's one of the fastest and strongest guys and does a great job blocking. But when you put Bachholt and Ippenson back there, they're a load. Grant Hamilton's really come around, too, as a youngster who can run the ball. Their sophomore program's had a really good year this year, too, Bob.
Yeah, they have. They've had some great games. They've had some great games. They've been on the road at Brown County, and Grant, you just mentioned, scored on the last play of that contest for a JV victory. They've had some really strong outings and giving kids more chances to play. They blend them in a little bit here on Thursday or Friday night and helps make that program still sustain itself, if not for the rest of this year, certainly getting them ready for next year.
So Camp Point Central gave up 8 points in week 1. Their sophomore team was in. I'm not making fun of anybody on that. Gave up 8 points there. They gave up 6 points against Greenfield, and that was legit as it could be. But they also had to hold them a couple of times because they muffed a couple of punt returns. And then they gave up 8 points last week and a field goal that hit the bar and went over the top in a route game, and that's just about it.
Six to Brown County?
Yeah. Brown County caught a nice pass towards the end of the game, and Casting made a good pass there. And that Brown County squad, they're very, very talented. If they matched up again, I mean, we're not trying to look too far down the road, but that'd be a dandy game again. And, Charlie, you should have seen the crowd the night at Camp Point Central when that was a regular season.
Yeah, huge house in town that night on both sides of the ball. And Mount Sterling faithful ran to Camp Point, and beautiful night. And that was the night of the rainbow. It rained in Mount Sterling and Clayton, but not in Camp Point, Jack. But we had a rainbow to start the game, and it filled from a side to side, the fans from both counties just supporting their team.
Yeah, Gene Weldy was late for the game. He kept trying to find that pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, they told me, so he didn't make it. I want to shout out to Denny Hull tonight at the Illinois Veterans Home in Hammond Hall. I know Denny is joining us tonight. Got a chance to visit with him and all the veterans, and we are so thankful for those veterans. That's one of the reasons we're here tonight, Charlie.
Yep, glad they were able to meet the governor this week as well. It's the great Rivers Bank pregame show on Central Illinois Sports. We'll step aside. We'll come back with the Farm and Home Supply starting lineups next.
At Logan Agri-Service, we understand your success starts from the ground up. That's why we've been your trusted partner in agriculture since 1962. From top quality seed and cover crops to fertilizer, crop protection chemicals, and petroleum products, we have you covered. At Logan Ag, we take pride in providing you quality products at competitive prices with service that exceeds expectations. Call us today at 1-800-LOGAN-AG or visit loganag.com.
Saki Car and Pet Wash in Pittsfield and Wildcat Car Wash in Barry keep your ride and even your pets looking their best while enjoying the easiest, most rewarding wash experience around, all while supporting your locally owned car washes. With the Touch4 Wash app now available for use at both locations, you can earn points towards free washes, unlock discounts, and pay and start your wash right from your phone. Plus, we've upgraded with our new chemicals to give you the best clean and shine yet. Follow us on Facebook to stay updated on specials and promotions. Wash smarter, shine brighter, choose Saki Car and Pet Wash in Pittsfield or Wildcat Car Wash in Barry today.
Cedar Lake Campground has been owned and operated by the Kramberg family for over 50 years. Located off of Highway 24 between Coatesburg and Camp Point, Cedar Lake Campground is a quiet family campground that you're sure to enjoy. With 60 RV spots with water and electric and our 5-acre lake, it's a perfect spot for a weekend spent fishing, spending time with family, and enjoying the great outdoors. Find out more about Cedar Lake Campground on Facebook or call 217-455-4602.
Here in Pittsfield, we're focused on maintaining a healthy, diverse economic base to increase opportunities for our residents. Economic factors greatly affect a community's overall potential, and we strive to continue our prosperous culture. The availability of both commercial and industrial employment centers and new lucrative entrepreneurship opportunities are major assets for growth and development here in Pittsfield. In addition to providing employment and income to people, Pittsfield also boasts several tax incentive districts to further facilitate economic growth. Examples of growth and success can be seen throughout Pittsfield. Pittsfield is located within Pike County and widely known for the abundance of white-tailed deer, and is also home to companies that have capitalized from the region's natural resources. Located over on Madison Street, Whitetail Properties is a major local and international employer that truly embodies the local and economic spirit of Pittsfield. State-of-the-art communications and telecommuting are available here. Be sure to catch their televised series throughout the week on the Sportsman Channel. Come grow and be a part of something great in Pittsfield, Illinois.
This is literally the best sales offer we've ever had for 3 days. If you're used to seeing a certain type of sale on the weekends from us, this one's even better. It's a 10% instant rebate across everything in the store. Yes, everything, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. While you might think there's a long list of exclusions, well, actually, this is it. And your 10% rebate is instant, immediate. You can see it on your receipt. You don't have to wait 12 or 1,600 weeks or whatever it is to receive it in the mail. So, 10% off everything. We'll see you this weekend.
Welcome back. Time to take a look at the Farm and Home Supply starting lineups. And Jack, let's start with the Central Panthers.
The Panthers will be 8-0. Brad Dixon, their head coach. Of course, Casey Ray, Casey Monroe, Andrew Griffin, Dustin Griffin, and Remington Bueller are their assistants. Curtis Rigg will be the right wing and the cornerback. He wears the number 6, 5'11", 150, and a senior. At the left wing, he also plays inside linebacker. That's number 9, Zach Ware, 6 foot, 180, and a senior. Marco Rodriguez will do the kicking. We'll see him at cornerback a little bit. Quarterback will be the sophomore, Cale Niekamp. He'll also be a free safety and the punter. He's 6'2", 190, and a sophomore. Dylan Mao will play a cornerback tonight, and he's 6 foot, 155, and a senior. Caden Niekamp, we'll see him tonight running the ball part of the time. We don't know if he'll be a starter. He'll play defensive end, fullback, wears the number 22, 6 foot, 215, and a senior. Also at the 2 tight end positions are a pair of sophomores, Luke Ippenson and Colin Bachhold. Colin will play an outside linebacker, as will Luke Ippenson on defense. Both 6'2". One of them 175 pounds. The Bachhold's 205. They're both sophomores. Starting fullback and inside linebacker Jasper Flessner, 35, a senior, 6'2", 185. Also, Evan Walker will play the left tackle and defensive end part of the time. Wears the number 50, 6'4", 260, and a junior. Briggs Wiskirkin will play left guard, middle linebacker. He's also the long snapper, 5'10", 200 pounds, and a junior. A defensive end is Paxton Flester, 60, 6'2", 175, and a junior. Braden Hummer is the right guard, wears the number 62, 6'2", 185, and a senior. Chase Barner is the center and a defensive end, 69 is his number, 6'1", 215, and a senior. And the right tackle is Jack Weiss. He is 74, 6'1", 265, and a senior. And we don't want to forget about Dominic Jansen, the nose guard. He's 6 foot, 255, and a sophomore. For the North Greene Spartans, their Running back will be number 8, Brock Malin. He's also their punter. He's a sophomore, 5'8", and 150 pounds. Their kicker and wide receiver is number 10, Evan Scott. He also plays linebacker. He's a sophomore, 5'8", and 130 pounds. Quarterback is number 12. He plays safety also, Carson Wallace. He's a sophomore, 5'8", and 140 pounds. A wide receiver, number 17, Ben Malin. He also plays cornerback. He's a freshman, 5'9", 125. Wide receiver is number 24, Bone Berry. He also plays linebacker. He's a junior, 5'8", 145. Tight end, 28, Keaton Gortney, also plays linebacker. He's a linebacker. My mistake. Sophomore, 5'9", 160 pounds. The center's 55, Preston Bradford. He's also a defensive end, a senior, 5'10", 230. Right tackle, 56, Clayton Reese, also a defensive end, a senior, 6 foot and 185 pounds. Right guard, 58, and defensive tackle is Colton Crane. He's a junior, 5'8", 210. 65 is Wyatt Mauser. He'll play left tackle on offense, linebacker on defense. He's a junior, 5'10", 180 pounds. Defensive tackle number 71 is Skylar Bryant. He's a senior, 6'1", 290. And the left guard is 75, Jansen Blacketer. He's a freshman, 6'1", 325. Those are the starters for the Spartans.
Let's look at the Farm and Home Supply starting lineups. We count down to kickoff about 2 minutes before we'll see the ball in the air. North Greene won the coin toss. They will receive to start the night. We'll have it for you next on Central Illinois Sports.
Griffin Signs and Time at 122 South 9th Street in Quincy is a full-service sign company that can complete any project, from fully wrapping your entire fleet of vehicles, digital signs, storefronts, to creating small banners and signs. The right and professional signage is the difference of getting the job, heading folks in the correct direction to find you, or creating a brand recognition for potential customers. Put the right signs in your customer's mind with Griffin Signs and Time. Call 217-228-7470.
Just about ready for kickoff here at North Greene High School. Both teams headed to their respective sidelines. North Greene in the blue uniforms, blue pants, white numbering, and helmets, as Central is in the road white uniforms with the old gold numbers and helmets and black pants.
Kickoff tonight, part of it will be brought to you by Waters Concrete. Tim Waters offering quality concrete for your new builds, driveways, decorative patios, sidewalks, anything with concrete. It's Waters Concrete. Give Tim a call, 309-252-1052 for Waters Concrete. And having a good time at the Bowlers Universe tonight. Come on out and enjoy the fun at the Bowlers Universe in Pittsfield, Monday through Thursday, 11 to 10, Friday, 11 to midnight, Saturday, 4 to midnight. Burgers, great drafts, fun, food, friends, all at the Bowlers Universe.
Spartans return team has taken the field. Back deep, Brock Malin. Also back deep will be Bowen Berry, as Marco Rodriguez is teeing it up from the Central 40-yard line, ready to send this one in the air. What a big part of this program he's been for the last
3 years.
3 years.
Yep. When he got hurt there a couple of weeks ago, we all kind of held our breath because he just kept kicking the ball that night, even though he was injured. Was the referee checking the air in the ball? Maybe he thought he was a little bit of a Tom Brady guy or something there for a minute.
Yeah, might have been.
Yeah.
Marco set up on the near sideline, on the near hash market, actually, so we'll see which way he pops this one up, Charlie.
He's always up to something. He's got his hand in the air, waiting for the ready for play whistle. There it is, and we are underway from North Greene. High kick, not extremely deep, going to take a bounce and scramble for it down near the 32-yard line. The Spartans have recovered, as that's Evan Scott at the 32 with 11:57 to play here in the opening period. That's where the Spartans will take over first and 10.
He did a nice job covering the ball there because the Panthers were really bearing down on him. That ball, on the 33, it looks like they said it?
Sure.
That's where it's going to be.
Whatever you'd like to say.
You bet.
I'd put it on the 30.
It has a tendency to move around every once in a while, so we'll see how it goes.
Wallace comes out in the shotgun. 2 receivers to his left, a single back behind him in the backfield. He is Brock Malin. Wallace takes a snap, hands it off to Malin. Looking for running room. Not much on the right side. Going to lose a yard on the play, it looks like. And call it second down and 10, and still say his forward progress got him back to the line of scrimmage.
Second and 10.
Second and 10 just underway for the final game of the regular season.
Do we see Niekamp on the left side there, Bob?
We do. Dominic Jansen's at the nose guard and Chase Barner here on the right side.
Back to pass, looking downfield. It is completed. That's to Ben Malin. No, he dropped it when he got hit. Well thrown ball. Malin was right there. Just the ball got popped out. And it'll be 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Curtis Rigg on the coverage there, Charlie, just to kind of arrive just a second after the ball and help to deflect the man from the ball on that one. 3rd down.
Carson put it right where he needed to, though. He put it in the man's hands, and he gets somebody to catch that ball, and all of a sudden they were real close to a 1st down.
3rd and 10. Clock stopped with the incompletion here. Wallace shouts some instructions to the running back behind him. Going to run the option. Pitches it out to the outside. That's to Brock Malin. Malin's going to be taken down in the backfield near the 30-yard line. Loses 3 on the play. And this will bring up a 4th down and 13. And the punting team onto the field for the North Green Spartans.
We'll credit Colin Bockold from his left side linebacker spot coming up for that stop, Jack.
Don't feel too bad about it, folks. That's what they've done all season long. They don't give up much on the run, and when they do, they have ways to punch the ball out a lot of times.
They were sending Marco back deep to receive a punt, Jack. What do you
Holy
think of
cow.
that?
He better not miss it or he'll not get another chance. I can promise you that.
Quick kick does not go far, but is taking a good roll for the Spartans. Gets into Central Territory to the 48-yard line, and that's where it's down with 10 minutes, 48 seconds to play in the first period, as Camp Point Central's offense will head to the field for the first time on the night.
Still 10:48 left in the first quarter, so that series didn't take long with that incomplete pass. And these Panthers really do a good job blocking. 5-man front looks like for North Green, and they're going to bunch those linebackers up too. So they're going to have about 9 guys within about 3 yards of the ball by the time the ball's hiked. They're moving back a little bit.
1st and 10 from the 48, right behind the pole from my angle. I don't know about yours.
It's a heck of a view. We can get one of those poles you can look through someday.
Niekamp is under center. In the double wing, pitches it out. DeFlester along the left side, has a blocker out in front, turns the corner, has the 1st down to the 40-yard line. That'll be a 1st and 10 for the Panthers.
2 there, 12 more. Give him 12 on the play, I do believe, for Jasper Flessner in the first down of the ball game. Good blocking out front on that left side.
Malin, Berry, and Whitney.
1st and 10 from their opponent's 40-yard line now for the Panthers.
1st and 10 for the Panthers.
We hear him say Malin and Barry were 2 of the guys in on the tackle, so you got a cornerback and a linebacker getting involved in it there.
This time a single man will split out to the right-hand side, and Tate Eichen put the wingback in motion. Going to pitch it out on this side. This is to Rigg looking for running room along the right side. He breaks away, and he's going to go for a touchdown. 40-yard touchdown run for Curtis Rigg. No penalty markers on the field here, and Camp Point Central takes the early 6-0 lead on the Ridgeline Sales Group scoreboard.
Curtis Rigg got the quarter that time, and we'll see it on the replay here in just a minute, but 40 yards on that. Curtis Rigg back up to his old tricks. 6-0 Panthers in the early going here, and they'll go for 2 in the early going. They'll kick the ball later in the game, but usually go for 2 the majority of the time, just 2 minutes off the clock.
So for the 2-point try here, Niekamp is under center. Marks out the signals, puts Weir in motion, hands it off to Rigg again. Over the left side and in for 2. Early
fullback spot that time, Charlie. Zach's been fooling us with lining up there, but I think Zach gets the carry for the 3-yard gain.
All right, give Weir the 2-point try. Give Camp Point Central the 8-0 lead. 10 minutes to play in the first on Central Illinois Sports.
Come buy American-made vehicles right here at Westtown Ford in Jacksonville, Illinois.
With new tax laws, you're allowed to deduct your interest paid on vehicles built in the great U.S. of A.
So come see Vicki Lawfrey and my friend
Corey Greenke at Westtown Ford in Jacksonville.
Rigg gets the touchdown. The Panthers punch in the 2-point try, and with 10 minutes to play in the first, they have an 8-0 lead on the Ridgeline Sales Group scoreboard. Kickoff team headed to the field for the Panthers for the 2nd time tonight.
During that offensive series, Charlie, we had one run by Jasper to the left side for about 10 or 11 yards, right? And then bring Curtis to the other direction, and he gets the scoring touchdown with, we were just commenting during the break, with some really good blocking he waited on. Jack Weiss was one of those. Colin Bockold also downfield making it happen.
He almost had to encourage Weiss a little bit as he ran to the back of him. He said, I don't think I can run over him, but he let him make a hole for him for sure.
Rodriguez has it teed up, ready to kick it off again. Waits for the signal from the official here. There it is. He's ready to roll. And Rodriguez puts his right boot into this one, kicks it the same direction toward the sideline, and the Panthers had a shot at it, but it's going to be recovered once again by Evan Scott for North Greene, this time at around the 34-yard line with 9:59 to play here in the first.
Tate Eichen actually overran that one just like a center fielder, getting mixed up by the wind on a ball, but he just kind of overran that ball, but the kick landed behind him.
Majority of the time this year, people have been fair catching the ball. Last week, Pleasant Hill didn't, and poor little number 35 got hit right in the chest, and the ball came flying out at that time.
North Greene trying to get something going on the offensive side. Their second drive of the night. Two receivers wide to the right and the left-hand side as Carson Wallace, the sophomore quarterback, is in the shotgun. Puts a man in motion. Will hand it off to the running back in Malin. Malin is stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain, no loss on the play. Second down and 10.
Third carry for him on the night. -1, -3, and then got back to the line of scrimmage there. That line has a couple of big guys on it, but they're playing some real young kids out there taking on a very veteran squad for the Panthers. Panthers will run a three-man front most of the time.
And those two tackles, or that tackle led by Zach Weir and Chase Bond, are two strong senior players, Jack.
Again with two receivers to either side. Wallace is back to pass, trying to throw it to the running back in the backfield. That's to Malin. That is a forward pass. When incompletion on the play, we'll bring up a third down and 10 as the clock stops at the 9:20 mark here in quarter number 1.
Brock Malin realized that the ball was forward, but he wasn't going to take any chances. He went over to cover it up on that play. So 3rd and long for the Spartans against the Panther defense. It's only given up, 31 points or 30 points on the season? I think 31 now.
That time, Charlie, was good to see Caden Niekamp rush the quarterback, as Caden hasn't been in the backfield as much as we'd like to see, but he was that time.
Back to pass, immediate pressure. Speaking of rushing the quarterback, a heave downfield, looking for Scott. Unable to get to it there. Incomplete, and it brings up a 4th down and 10.
Briggs Worskirchen from the middle linebacker spot shot to the line that time with the blitz, and that added some pressure.
So a 3 and out for the Spartans here. 9:12 to play in the first. As we'll have Brock Malin to punt this time once again. And another man out of the field is welcome to play Raleigh Schroeder, a freshman, 5'8", 145 pounds. He'll try to keep the rush away from his punter, who is not extremely deep. Now he'll take a couple steps back. Rodriguez stands at about his own 32-yard line.
Malin the punter.
Good snap. Malin puts his boot into this one. Another low kick. Good roll once again, and Rodriguez will let it just roll toward the sideline and be down near the 27-yard line. So with 9:04 to play in the first, Central's offense heads back to the field after a quick scoring drive on their first possession of the night.
56 seconds have happened since that last touchdown, and so the Panthers will have the ball in the deeper part of the field at the 27-yard line. A little room to work there. 1st and 10 against that 5-man front once again of this North Greene squad. Barry and Gortney, two of the linebackers, along with Scott, and Bradford, Reese, Crane, and Bryant are the linemen out front there for him.
Niekamp sets up under center, puts a man in motion, going to hand it around, coming back to the far side of the field. Man tripped up, taken down near the 31-yard line.
Luke Hippenson on the carry for the Panthers.
Give him a gain of 4 on the play.
Nice job by North Greene tackling that time. Hippenson's a load.
Yeah, Hippenson, as you talked about, 6'2", 175 for the sophomore.
Then when you see Bockel on the other side, he adds about 30 more pounds to that.
Hippenson sporting the pink gloves, is he not, Bob?
He is, and socks, well attired.
Here's a handoff to the wingback on the opposite side this time around. Ball carrier this time is Mowen. Was it not?
I thought it was 15? Marco.
Dylan. Dylan on that side from the left-hand side.
So got up to the 30, 35, 4-yard gain on the play.
Barry on the tackle.
3rd down and about 2.
3rd and 2.
Niekamp under center, puts a man in motion. He'll give it off to the fullback this time. 1st down is obtained. Not much after that, though, about a 4-yard gain.
See Weiss picking up a couple of guys on the block that time as he took a couple guys with him, and he's a big man to take on those defensive backs.
Jasper Flessner on the carry for the 3-yard gain and a 1st and 10 for Central.
He's got 15 yards and 2 carries, 12 and 3 yards on the play, 3rd first down for the Panthers. As we tell you about Pike County Express, your local family-owned newspaper serving Pike County since 1991. Read all about it Wednesdays on your newsstand.
Have a new fullback. Maybe you've heard of him, Caden Niekamp. Cale Niecamp's going to go back to pass, and he's going to have it completed down the sideline, and this is going to go for a touchdown. All the way for the score on a bullet of a pass this time.
61 yards on the pass play. Who do we have out there, Bob?
Tate Eichen on the reception. It was a perfectly thrown ball by Cale into a little bit of coverage. Kate made the catch and then made some separation into the end zone. Nice run by Tate. Catch and run.
13-0.
Kind of was hand fighting with the man a little bit there, and when he broke away, he created some space in a hurry.
I think Eichen is the fastest guy on the team, mile per hour, if I'm not mistaken. I think Bockel and Nipson are right behind him, and then they tell me Evan Walker ran over 20 mile an hour this week.
I think I'd be one of the top 10 fastest people in the press box right now.
Yep, maybe.
Here's a handoff to the fullback, but not before a false start penalty, it looks like.
And a flag, false start against the Panthers.
So that'll move it back to the 8-yard line, and they'll try the 2-point attempt once again.
Sometimes they'll bring Marco out in this situation. Let's see if they're just going to send the quarterback over to get the play. So they'll have 8 yards to get the 2-point conversion. Casey Ray will give the play to Niekamp, who is in great shape as he runs to the sideline over and over and over again. I did that a couple times my sophomore year, and then they had to take me out of the game for 2 quarters.
I think Colin Bockel is at our fullback spot, right, Charlie?
I believe so. Niekamp under center. There's a man in motion from the left side, going to give it off to Bockel. He'll put his shoulders down and get in to the 2-point. For the 2-point try, but a flag flies there right at the end as well. Let's wait and see what this is about.
Bockel takes it in, but we'll check the flag out.
Central walking away. They think this might be against North Greene. Here comes the official to tell us for sure. Holding the call. It is against Camp Point Central again, so that'll move it back.
They'll move back another 10 yards, so 15 yards in penalties. And the Panthers don't pick up a lot, but now they're going to have to go a little farther. And here comes Marco Rodriguez, the 3-year kicker, to try to get that extra point.
So the ball officially is at the 18-yard line. He'll kick from the 25, so this is about a 35-yard extra point.
One of the longer kicks I've ever seen him attempt, actually.
Cale Niekamp on the hold for him.
Low snap, and Niekamp is going to run the scramble drill, rolling out to his right, trying to find someone to throw it to, and can't find anyone as the 2-point try fails. 7:27 to play in the first. A touchdown pass from Cale Niekamp to Tate Eichen has given Central the 2-score lead. 7:27 to play in the first on the Ridgeline Sales Group scoreboard on Central Illinois Sports.
Sugar and Smoke, located on the west side of Pittsfield, offers the most delicious barbecue, ribs on the weekends, nachos, pony shoes, pork, chicken, and brisket. Reuben's so big, just ask for a box. Try the freezer meals by visiting their Facebook page. Wednesday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Loaded baked potatoes, appetizers, delicious desserts. Don't wait, grab the gang and head to 1258 West Washington in Pittsfield. Call 217-922-0067. Sugar and Smoke, the talk of the area.
You finally found the perfect car in racing blue. You even got them to throw in the LED fog lights for free. Auto Owners insures your car because some people never learn to parallel park. That's simple human sense.
Ask Mid-State Insurance Agency in Pittsfield if Auto Owners make sense for you.
Keep going. More.
Rodriguez with his hand in the air, ready to kick it off for the 3rd time here in the first. 7:27 to play in the period. 14-0 is the early Panther lead. Rodriguez this time will kick it a bit deeper, and the man will come up and take it on the bounce here. This is Bowen Berry on the return. He'll dive forward up across the 25 to the 26-yard line. That's where the Spartans will start 1st and 10. 7 minutes, 23 seconds to play in the opening period.
Score came at the 7:27 mark, 61-yard pass play from Cale Niekamp to Eichen for the score. The point after was no good. Couple penalties on that, and that really slowed down the Panthers. And the hike from center was low, and I don't know whether it was a design fake or whether he just gave up on it on the low hike that time.
Didn't ever feel like he had a very good grip on it. Didn't look like it from here.
Spartans come out with two receivers split wide to the right-hand side. Wallace is once again in the shotgun. He'll hand it off to Malin in the backfield. Malin fighting through a couple tacklers, still trying to fight for yardage. Good second effort on the play. Will gain him a gain of a yard, I should say, and it'll bring up a 2nd down and 9.
It's a pretty hard run. He had 4 white shirts kind of all around him there, Charlie, including our 3-year linebacker starter, Zach Weir, but he plowed ahead for a little bit of a gain.
Brock Malin is a 5'8", 150-pound sophomore for the Spartans.
It's amazing how much experience the Panthers have on defense, but a lot of sophomores and juniors out there.
2 wide to either side. Trying to get the receiver on the outside to move back. Did he get set in time? It looks like he did. They'll give it off to Malin. He's immediately contacted and will be tackled for a loss here.
Grant Hamilton's in for the Jasper Flessner spot. Jasper limped off after one of his carries, but Grant shoots through the line of scrimmage and makes a good stop.
Lost a couple on the play to bring up a 3rd down and 11 from the 25-yard line. And the Spartans in danger of having another quick 3 and out. See if they can convert on this 3rd down and 11 yards to go.
They've thrown a couple of passes that were on the money that the receivers have just got to contain the ball. See what Wallace can do this time.
Receivers to the short side of the field. He's back to pass. Pressure up the middle. Throws it, and it's incomplete. Just trying to get rid of it so he didn't take the sack that time, and it brings up a 4th down. Stops the clock with 6:03 to play here in the first.
Jack, you mentioned Grant Hamilton's rise during the season. It's the 2nd play in a row. Grant's been in the backfield disrupting the offense.
Grant's really had a good sophomore season, played a lot of sophomore ball, and that's been an exciting season for these young people. Got the win over Calhoun last Monday, and so they're just reloading here, and those racehorses are waiting on the sidelines for a chance.
A little bit of a low snap, a higher kick, and it'll take a bounce. Roll towards midfield and die right at the 49-yard line is where Central will have this one, 1st and 10. From their own 49 with 5:54 to play on the first.
So they scored at the 9:04 mark, got it back at the 5:54 mark at the 40. They're calling it the 48, so we will too. And the Panthers back on the offensive pressure again. They're leading 14-0 on the Ridgeline Sales Group Incorporated scoreboard. McCartney Storage, located on the north end of Pittsfield. McCartney Storage is a great place to store your boats, RVs, extra vehicles, and more. That's where we're going. Affordable rates. No reason to look anywhere else. 217-248-0011.
Niekamp is under center. Barks out the signals. Pitches to the fullback this time. This is Dinklage on the run. Caleb Dinklage takes the ball inside the 40 to the 38-yard line. A 14-yard pickup and a 1st and 10.
Nice run by the senior Caleb, who we recognized last week, Jack. It's a senior night. He got a few good field plays last week, and here he is making a 1st down for the Panthers on his final regular season contest.
Yep, 5th first down with the 2 touchdowns for the Panthers, and already having to find spaces for more running backs. We've seen 14 to 16 guys run the ball every week, and as you know, when you're filling out this sheet, you could use a few extra lines, which is pretty unusual. It's a big sheet.
Double wing, double tight set here. Weir is lined up at the fullback spot. It's a design run by the quarterback, Niekamp. Niekamp will follow the blockers down inside the 25 to the 24-yard line. Another 14-yard gain and another Panther 1st down.
Niekamp's really shown his ability to run the ball, and I think he's probably averaged over 10 yards a run on every run he's had this year. And that includes some good runs against Greenfield and Brown County.
Jack, you mentioned Evan Walker a bit ago. He was the one leading the charge on the field from his offensive lineman spot. It's, these runs only happen when you get good blocking downfield and you run the right way behind your lineman.
Zach Houston said he thinks he's maybe 6'5" or getting close to 6'6" these days.
I can split out to the left-hand side. Niekamp takes a snap, hands it off to the wingback this time, and Rodriguez. Rodriguez looks for the corner, makes a man miss on a little juke play, still on his feet, heads to the pylon, and he looks to be in for the score. Marco Rodriguez takes it in On a sensational run from the 24-yard line, 4:35 to play here in the first, and Camp Point Central leads 20-0.
I think it's Marco's first carry in about 4 weeks, isn't it, Jack? He's been idle here, getting recovered from his ankle injury, but he looked good on that run.
Yeah, he really did. Marco's been one of those guys that's really been excitement. We've seen him catch the ball on about 3 interceptions running away from the line of scrimmage. Seen him make a great catch in the Triopia game, and probably one of his best runs of the season, that 24-yard run. And the Panthers now with a 20-0 lead with 4:35 left in the quarter.
Stopped and made a defensive back miss at about the 13-yard line and then turned it back on. They'll hand it off to Niekamp in the backfield for the 2-point try. And this one no good as Caden Niekamp unable to find the goal line. So 4:35 to play in the first. A 20-0 lead for Camp Point Central on top of North Greene. This time on a run by the senior wingback. Marco Rodriguez takes it in from 24 yards out. Back with the kickoff after this.
Exmark mowers are at B&B Livestock Supply and Trailers. American-made precision and power. Backed by B&B's unmatched service. B&B Livestock Supply and Trailers in Camp Point, Illinois. Call, click, or stop by.
At Farmers State Bank at Camp Point, we're proud to have been a part of our community for over a century, supporting families, athletes, and fans every step of the way. Just like your favorite Panthers team, we're dedicated to giving our best. With over 100 banks and ATMs throughout the area, we're here to help you on and off the field, no matter where the game takes you. So whether you're cheering in the stands, traveling to the next big game, or just supporting your community, trust Farmers State Bank of Camp Point to be with you all the way. Farmers State Bank of Camp Point, where tradition meets hometown pride.
Central's kicking team back onto the field with a 20-0 lead, 4:35 to play here in the first. Marco Rodriguez, who just scored that touchdown a moment ago, ready to put his boot into this one.
You really have no idea what he's going to do each time he kicks the ball off. It's really interesting just to see what's going to come up next.
He'll kick a little pop-up toward the first line. The man will catch it and dive. That's Landon Vay, it looks like. And Vay will be down near the 42-yard line. Call it the 43. It looks like they'll set it at the 43 officially, and it'll be a 1st and 10 with 4:33 to play in the first for the Spartans with their best field position of the night.
Had somebody say to me last week on my way home, I don't know if I like those kickoffs like that, but when your defense is holding people, you can do a lot of different things just trying to throw some things out there. Plus, in Week 9, you like to show those playoff teams very little of what you're actually going to do in a game.
Hopefully that was a phone conversation and not texting.
Correct.
On your way home?
It was a phone conversation.
Oh, good. Here's a handoff to Brock Malin. He breaks through for a short gain up to the 44-yard line. Gain of a yard of the play.
Jack Weiss and Grant Hamilton, the first Panther tacklers. Luke Ippenson also alongside, but he's to the 44-yard line, 45-yard line as they kick it forward. Second down for the Spartans, Charlie.
It's closer to 2nd and 8 as they moved it to the big line. I like it.
Looks like Hamilton's going to get some extra playing time.
Back to pass looking for Scott. Scott has the catch. He's fighting hard. Gets across the 45. Call him right at the 45. As I say, they need touchdown there, so no gain, no loss as it was, and it'll be a 3rd down and 8.
Luke Ippenson had the cover, but Evan Walker from his left side defensive lineman spot came over to make the tackle. So Evan's getting a little run on the defensive side tonight, Jack.
Evan Walker looks like a full-grown man out there right now, doesn't he? He's really spread
well,
up.
Weiss is in the middle, I think, right now, too.
Back to pass, going to swing it out to Malin. Malin looking for some running room on the right side. Puts his head down. Gets back near the original line of scrimmage, it looks like. Give him a loss on the play of 3 back to the 42. And it'll bring up a 4th down.
Briggs Wurstkirchen came over for that tackle, Jack, and he's had a great season too, don't you think, Briggs, from his linebacker spot?
Wurstkirchen's been probably one of the biggest surprises, I think, because you had Ginnenbacher there for 3+ years.
At least 8, it seemed like.
And yeah, when he finally got his driver's license, he even got better. But Wurstkirchen's been waiting and waiting and waiting, playing those sophomore games, and he hasn't really let a lot go by after Ginnenbacher left. He's probably thinking about quarterbacking next year, maybe.
He might. He'd better be ready. He's the long snapper. He might as well get on the other end of the ball, too.
Brock Malin is into punt once again. Central will not send a man back to receive, and Malin with his best punt of the night will take a good bounce and roll dead near the 20, call it the 15-yard line, where it'll be down. So Central will start from their own 15 with 2:30 to play in the opening period.
So they started on the 48, the 27, the 48, and now the 15. So this will be their longest field of the night, and they've been able to score on their last 3 possessions, about 3 plays in each series, and with the 20-0 lead against this young North Greene squad. 23, 24 are the number of North Greene Spartans, and one of the things that will help is Coach will have time to recruit some more kids to get out here on the field and then work during the offseason. Their 7th and 8th grade teams finished in the top 4, I think, in the league in the WIVC, if I'm not mistaken. Got some youngsters coming.
He kept under center, puts the wing back in motion. He is back to pass, looking downfield. Has a man behind the defense. That's Curtis Rigg, and he's going to catch this one and go to the house. 25-20, 15-10, and 5 and a touchdown for the Panthers on another well-thrown ball as Rigg came out of the backfield from the wing back on the 85-yard touchdown pass with 2:18 to play in the first.
We've seen that throughout the year, right, Jack? Kale's been very accurate on his throws, unbelievably accurate on his throws for a program that doesn't throw the ball that much. He does a great job.
I'll tell you what, that might have been their longest pass play of the season, but it was just right on the money. And once you get a kid like Rigg out there in the open field, nobody's going to catch him. I don't care who you're playing. I talked to Gil Avogie, the former Beardstown player, and he said, I don't think I could catch a lot of these guys. I said, well, you were pretty fast. He said, yeah, but they're all fast.
It's a good name from the past.
Oh, my, he was a good one. Down in Edwardsville these days.
He can't back to pass, looking to the end zone on the 2-point try. And it is completed to Eichen. So the 2-point try is good. 28-0, Central on top. 2 minutes, 18 seconds to play in the first. Enjoy this review. Brought to you by Northwestern Mutual and Sheila Davidsmeyer on the 85-yard touchdown pass to Curtis Rigg. Central on top, 28-0.
Cedar Lake Campground has been owned and operated by the Kramberg family for over 50 years. Located off of Highway 24 between Coatesburg and Camp Point, Cedar Lake Campground is a quiet family campground that you're sure to enjoy. With 60 RV spots with water and electric and our 5-acre lake, it's a perfect spot for a weekend spent fishing, spending time with family, and enjoying the great outdoors. Find out more about Cedar Lake Campground on Facebook or call 217-455-4602.
85-yard touchdown pass, the 2-point try to Eichen good, and makes it 28-0 Camp Point Central on the Ridgeline Sales Group scoreboard.
149 yards passing so far in the ball game on 3 for 3 passing by Niekamp.
Marco, this time Charlie's right at midfield for the kick.
Just trying to mix it up a bit. Keep everybody on their toes.
Trying to keep the grass from getting worn down is Marco, and he's back a lot deeper, and we've seen him kick it into the end zone.
He will kick this one deep. Man came forward and then went backwards and picks it up around the 2-yard line. This is Bowen Berry. Berry looking for a block and doesn't find much of one here. He'll be taken down with forward progress right around the 10-yard line, I believe, is what they'll mark it.
Luke Kippenson down for the coverage for the Panthers.
First and 10 from the 10 with 2:12 to play here in the first.
Big thing for North Greene here, they just need to see if they can come up with a way to get a first down. Panthers have 8, North Greene looking for their first. Panthers have had some times when they've given up some passing yards, and if Wallace can find an open man out there occasionally, but he's got to have some time, and that defensive line's really put pressure on him the last 2 series.
Well, and Central is one of those teams that's just so good at tackling in the open field. It's hard to get out in space and make a man miss. It seems like you're always getting hit by 2 or 3 guys. Wallace in the shotgun stands at about his own 4-yard line. He will hand it off to Malin, hole on the left-hand side, looks to try to move forward and gets back to the line of scrimmage, it looks like. to bring up a 2nd down and 10. Did
Luke
close speed by
Gibson.
Ippenson that time.
Yeah, Luke Gibson, you're right, Charlie. That attire is going to be easy to spot, right? So that's a good idea.
Reels Concrete, located just north of Pittsfield across from the airport. Reels, your local headquarters for concrete lawn ornaments, statues, fountains, and so much more. They got it all. 285-5013. Go see Rick and Tracy and the gang at Reels.
Clock rolling here with 1:39 to play in the opening period. Spartans send 2 receivers to the right-hand side, 2 to the left. As Wallace gives some instructions to everybody, reads the defense, puts a man in motion from his right. Will pitch it out to the motion man, and he'll be taken down in the backfield. Barry the carrier this time, taken down at the 5.
Evan Walker getting some extra playing time on the defensive side. Charlie, you mentioned him before.
Lost 5 on that play. And brings up a 3rd down and 15. Things going the wrong direction for North Greene on this drive with just over a minute to play in the first.
Well, that defense just penetrates, but they don't over-penetrate until they have the opportunity to. But they really cover their areas and stay in the zones they need to be in, and right now they're doing a nice job filling the area.
Gotta be careful here. Make sure you don't get tackled in the end zone for the safety as they'll hand it off to Malin. He will be down near the 2, call it the 3, loses 2 on the play, and it'll be a 4th down and a really difficult situation here as you'll be punting basically from the back of the end zone.
Right in front of Chris Deere from Muddy Rivers with his camera here tonight. Saw Channel 10's sports guys here too on a unusual Thursday night. I don't know if Deere's staying in Whitehall tonight because he's going to Calhoun tomorrow. He might maybe just stay down this direction, you think?
Camp Point Central 28.
Yeah, who knows? He might head to the bank, head to McDonald's, take a little nap, maybe hit up one of the local establishments. We have finished the first quarter. It's a 28-0 lead. Camp Point Central on top of North Greene, back with second quarter action after this.
Press Yours On You and the Walker family are starting their 20th year of serving the Camp Point community and surrounding areas by helping businesses, schools, and families with custom solutions that stand out. For parents and students, get game day ready in our 1,400 square foot retail store, packed with spirit wear for 5 local high schools. Hoodies, tees, Letterman jackets, and accessories. We've got the gear you need to show your pride. Come see why Press Yours On You has been trusted for 20 years. Press Yours On You, right on Highway 24 in Camp Point. Find us on Facebook. And from our family to yours, thank you for supporting local.
It's time to be thinking about tax planning. You can count on Illinois FBFM for accounting, consulting, and tax preparation for farmers and businesses in Pike, Brown, and Adams County. Phone 217-593-7233. That's 593-7233. Illinois FBFM can take care of your farm accounting needs. Get your accounts in order for this tax season. Contact Jesse Shootman, Emily Matthews, and Kaylee Fessler. Illinois FBFM in Camp Point, working for you.
Ready to start quarter number 2 from North Greene. 28-0 after a quarter on the Ridgeline Sales Group scoreboard. Central on top and about to get the football back as North Greene is punting from their own end zone on a 4th down and 17.
Riverbank Bar and Grill, located on the banks of the Illinois River in Florence, Illinois. The Riverbank Bar and Grill is your place to go for great food, cold drinks, fun, and friends. Wednesday, Thursday, 11 to 10, Friday and Saturday, 11 to midnight, Sunday, 11 to 8, with all the football games, and they're open Monday and Tuesday from 11 to 1 for lunch. Also got sandwiches for those truck drivers coming down to Florence to deliver that grain. You'll see them right there in the driveway.
Start the second quarter.
All right, a difficult spot to punt the ball from here. Although, Malin does not start extremely deep on either or any of the punts we've seen so far, so not too terribly much shorter than he is to put his boot into this one. Does get it away. It heads toward the sideline, and Rodriguez will just let it roll. Really takes a pretty good bounce, and a nice job this time by Brock Malin, all the way to the 45-yard line, where Central will take over at the North Greene 45 with 11:51 to play in this first half.
Actually, it'll be the Panthers' best field position of the day as they are starting in North Greene territory to 45, but Malin did a tremendous job getting that ball out. And I'm telling you what, that rugby kick might be better than the big high kick in a lot of those situations. And, Coach Dixon, Coach Ray are not looking for a big long run here, set somebody up in that free area to maybe get somebody hurt for that next week, where the Panthers will play next Saturday, a week from this Saturday they'll play. They'll have the announcements at about 8, 9 o'clock on the IHSA network. We'll get an opportunity to kind of see some of those, and then we'll talk about that before we get ready for the broadcast.
Niekamp under center, puts Weir in motion, brings him back, and heads back to pass once again, looking deep downfield. That's Eichen again down there on the sideline. He catches it, but he was out of bounds. So an incompletion here. We'll bring up a 2nd and 10.
First incompletion, 3 of 4 is Niekamp on the night, but on the money, just a little bit too far on the outside. Brings up a 2nd and 10 from the 45, 28-0. 11:41 left in the half. Gives us a chance to tell you about Damon Emmerich at Great River Bank, here to help you with your auto, residential, and commercial loan needs. Call Damon at 217-285-4404. And Pike County Concrete. When you need concrete for your next job, give Pike County Concrete a call, 285-5548. They have a location in Pittsfield and one in Jacksonville.
2nd down and 10 yards to go from the 45. Niekamp puts a man in motion. He will hand it off to Ippenson, coming back to the right side. Good blocks in front of him. Breaks through with a ton of speed. Tripped up, taken down inside the 30. Mark him down at the 28-yard line on the play. 17-yard pickup in a 1st and 10.
9th first down for the Panthers. 21 yards and 2 carries for Luke Ippenson. He's tied with one other person in Jasper Flessner with 2 carries apiece so far in the ball game. So a lot of different people getting the wealth here, but they've had some quick scores.
Checker credit to Tate Eichen, just had that incompletion or out of bounds catch. This time he's leading the run down the field.
He's split out wide to the right-hand side. In fact, the Panthers have 2 men split wide right. Niekamp will go back to pass, looking to throw to the back this time with good blocking out in front. That's Riggs still on his feet, breaks another tackle, and is shoved out of bounds. Penalty flag flies as well right at the end of the play. And we'll have to see what this is about.
There is a flag.
Where are they going to spot the ball?
Going to mark it around the 6 or 7, it looks like.
Illegal block, though, the Panthers during the run, Charlie.
So this will take some of that yardage off.
Flag looks to be outside the 5-yard line, about the 7.
So it should move it back to around the 17, which would mean that play netted 11 yards.
Yep.
Still would be enough for a 1st down. Yes, we agree.
Correct.
Well, it's really close to the 1st down.
Riggs got 96 yards and 2 catches.
Now the referee's on the move. I think he might have taken some bigger steps than he thought he had, and should move the chains. There we go. The 28 to the 17 usually is more than 10, and it is again this time with under 11 to play here in the 1st. 1st and 10 from the 17-yard line.
With Mound, Ware, and Ippenson, the 3 backs behind Cale Niekamp.
And he'll send Niekamp back to pass, looking across the middle of the field. It is caught for a touchdown. Touchdown, Camp Point Central, on another well-thrown ball from Cale Niekamp, this time from 17 yards out.
17-yard touchdown pass from Niekamp.
Trying to see who caught that pass, guys. Anybody see? It
was either Zach or Curtis. I couldn't tell.
I think it was Weir this time.
Yeah, I think Curtis was not out there. I think we're going to give it to, it was a single digit.
Yep.
That'd be Zach Weir.
That makes it a 34-0 score on the Ridgeline Sales Group scoreboard.
In the 1st half, 34-0.
And the Panthers will go for 2.
777 yards passing, 5 of 6.
He'll hand the ball off. This is to Niekamp in the backfield. And Caden Niekamp will take it in on the 2-point try for Camp Point Central. Panthers showing off the air game a bit here in the 1st half. They find Zach Weir this time on a 17-yard touchdown pass from Cale Niekamp, and they lead North Greene 36-0.
Dear Western Grain Services Incorporated is proud to be Western Illinois' full-service feed and grain resource. DGS provides the knowledge, service, and products that will help you and your operation succeed. Our field staff covers Adams, Brown, Hancock, McDonough, Pike, and Schuyler counties and takes pride in making farm calls to work with you and provide the best nutritional program for your animal. Our full line of trucks and service locations can provide for a variety of your needs. Give them a call at 217-696-4461 or on the web at dearwestergrain.com.
10:36 to play in the half. Bob, tell us what really happened.
Well, I think the pass completion was from Cale Niekamp to Curtis Rigg for the touchdown reception, followed up by the 2-point run by Zach Weir. And, they're running a lot of different people in and out of the backfield, and that one was at the far end of the field from us, but that's what had happened, Charlie.
We're quite a ways away from the field, too, so before you even get to the field itself, we got a little distance to try to look through.
I think I'm going to have a talk with the offensive coordinator about the total number of guys that are allowed to play in the first half.
We should have a headset with him, quite honestly, and that way we'd know.
Kickoff is loose and a scramble for it. And who has recovered? Camp Point Central has around the 34-yard line. North Greene had a man right there. The ball just didn't ever take a bounce up to him like he thought it was going to, just kind of died. And Central had a man right on it to recover on the, it kind of was an onside kick, just a
well, they kick those little pooch
kick.
kicks that, they don't really kick that true onside very often.
We're at the 33, Charlie, and we'll have to watch the replay to see if we tell who that one was. But it's also on the far sideline, which is Tate Eichen's territory often, and Luke Ibbenson sometimes too. So we'll have to see who was over there.
Just was told by the guys in the truck, we don't have the replay.
Well,
need a bigger truck.
You got Justin out there tonight. He's probably missing the button all the time.
All right. I think now we have Mr. Fowler, Jackson Fowler, in the backfield, the fullback spot.
And they'll send Niekamp back to pass. Looking to the left-hand side, has it completed again to Tate Eichen. Eichen running away from the defense and will be pushed out of bounds after picking up the first down. It looks to be down around the 14-yard line, we'll call it. 19-yard gain on the play and a first and 10.
Who was the runner?
It was Eichen on a catch. Nice to have you.
I had to kill a wasp. Sorry.
Appreciate you doing so.
Thought you might be.
That wasp never do to you. First and 10 from the 14.
Dylan Mound and Jackson Fowler right behind quarterback Cale Niekamp, who gets the snap from Chase Barner.
They hand the ball off on the right side to Mowen. Mowen will run over the man inside the 5 to the 4-yard line. Going to be very close to a first down. Looks like he's picked up what he needed there, and it'll be a first and goal from the 4.
And it'll be first and goal.
So first and goal as Dylan Mowen picks up the first down. Mowen, the 6', 155-pound senior for Central.
Dylan's kind of reinvented himself during the season too, right, Jack? He had been doing some quarterbacking, but now he's at the cornerback and at the wingback spot, special teams, and I think he's having a lot of fun in his senior year.
Yeah, he was a backup quarterback, never really got a lot of opportunities except in the sophomore games and getting a lot more playing time here on both sides of the ball.
Niekamp under center, puts the wing back in motion. He looks to keep it himself. Kind of a broken play, it looks like here, but he'll still get in for the score. So it wasn't necessarily what was drawn up, but it works nonetheless with 9:42 to play in the first. Niekamp takes it in on the 4-yard touchdown run for Camp Point Central.
Courtney on the stop.
Plays like that, Charlie, even if you had the headset on an offensive coordinator, you might not know what was happening.
Yeah, he kind of a broken play, and he really made something out of it, so that's the key.
As the Panthers come out to go for 2 here.
13th first down of the ball game. Panthers now lead at 42-0.
Attempted 2-point conversion.
They'll put in some younger guys here after this quarter at least.
Handoff is to the fullback. Who do we have this time, Bob?
Colin Bockold.
Bockold takes it in on the 2-point try to make it 44-0. 9:42 to play in the half. Central on top of North Greene.
Helena Agri, Camp Point, Illinois, is a proud sponsor of the broadcast of Central Illinois Athletics. For all your seed, fertilizer, and chemical needs, the experts at Helena Agri, Brian Obert, Dustin Roskamp, and Matt Hughes, are the guys to call. Let them show you the best seed, fertilizer, and ag chemicals to make your farming operation a success. Call 217-593-7761. That's 593-7761 for Helena Agri of Camp Point.
Are you as excited as we are that football season is back? Then you need to make Jersey's your one-stop destination for mouth-watering burgers, ice-cold beer, and all your local sporting events. So gather your crew and speed over to one of Jersey's 2 locations, 109 East Jefferson and Camp Point, or 115 East Main Street, Mount Sterling. Jersey's Bar and Grill, your hometown sports bar.
We love beer!
9 minutes, 42 seconds to play in the half. Central on top, 44-0.
Ooh, I feel so much taller now.
You look taller, too. That fresh haircut. Our friends at Donahue's Barbershop.
Yeah.
As Rodriguez ready to kick off, he will kick this one deep.
This is Malin.
Be taken by Brock Malin, looking for some running room. Really delivered the blow that time on the tackler up across the 25 to the 26-yard line, and that's where the Spartans will have it first and 10 with 9:27 on the clock, counting here in the first half as they're going to go the running clock for the rest of this game.
Dylan Mound and Zach Weir coming up for the tackle. No, Cale Niekamp was in there too, Charlie.
I watched a podcast from a couple of years ago now that Brad Dixon had done, and they talked about, how do you, when you have some lopsided games, which the Panthers have found themselves in, the last several years, how do you keep everybody fresh? How do you keep everybody ready for when you need to be able to play in the postseason? A lot of it happens in practice, and it's proven to have worked pretty well for Central over the last several years. As Malin is the ball carrier, gets back to the line of scrimmage on this play. We'll bring up a 2nd down and 10.
Paxton Flessner's in to the defensive line. He turned that play back upfield for Ippenson to come forward and make the tackle. Briggs Wiskirk also there from his middle linebacker spot.
I want to tell you, Malin's running the ball hard, even though he knows he's going to run into some defensive people. It's not like he's backing off at all. Got to be proud of that young man and the job he's doing.
On the return, honestly, he, like I said, delivered the blow to the would-be tackler.
5'8", 150-pound sophomore putting his nose right in there. No first off games for this squad, so this is their playing time.
He'll try to pitch it to Scott. He'll have it fall out of his hands, pop up back into him off the turf, but then falls on it as he didn't feel comfortable with the grasp. Loses back to the 20-yard line on a 6-yard loss, and it'll bring up a 3rd down and 16.
And about 16.
Caden Niekamp there for some pressure for the Panthers in the backfield.
That would make you want to drop down to the ground in a hurry as well.
Good idea just to cover the ball.
People from Lena and from Belleville-Altoff know him quite well. So Altoff's got to win tomorrow night just to make the playoffs, and they would be in 4A as the projection now. Pretty good to be able to go from 1A to 4A. Must have got a lot of new students.
3rd and 10, calling it.
Well, we'll have a new champion in 1A, no matter which way we play it, right,
Yeah,
Jack?
that's right.
If you're going to call this a 3rd and 10, Jack, they're going to say that was actually a pass.
I'll be darned.
Back to pass. Ball batted down in the backfield. Niekamp was right there.
He almost took it to the house.
Was I right on that one, Bob?
That was, yeah. Caden from his right defensive spot.
He bet out a pick 6, and it's 4th and 10 from the 25-yard line.
Good to see the ambulance service here from Greene County out here to make sure the kids will be safe during the game. Want to thank all those squads with the EMS folks that have been out here during the season on all the places what we've traveled to. Really appreciate all of them.
Here's a punt, and we'll let it bounce, and it'll head into Camp Point Central territory at the 48-yard line. So Central will start 1st and 10 at their own 48 with 6:33 and the clock rolling here in the first half.
Good. Brady Whitler deep that time, Charlie. We get a little more roster movement happen here. Brady Whitler back for the punt reception.
Well, a pretty healthy roster for Camp Point Central this year, and I mean both in physical health and also just total numbers. Some of the best numbers Brad Dixon's ever had.
60 strong. He said that's his biggest number. By the way, Moose Lodge 420. Check out the Friday meals in Moose Lodge 420. New specials each week. The food's hot and the drinks are cold to Moose Lodge 420. I think last week was their last pork chop day, if I'm not mistaken, and they have helped a lot of people in the area raise a lot of money. You want to thank them for that. Also, LSSD Trucking and 3D Leasing, 217-285-2808. Trucking for all your needs. The Dunham boys and their professional team at LSSD.
Seems like they give away about $500 a week.
Yeah.
So pretty good community service there.
Jackson Fowler from the fullback spot, number 28.
Gets into North Greene territory on a 9-yard gain. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 1.
There's a new lineman in, Charlie. Dexter Ruffcorn, 79's out there pulling some blocks for the Panthers.
Yeah, the sophomore team for Central will not play on Monday night.
Fowler, the first back through, leads the wing back through the hole, and this man's going to break and go for a touchdown.
And takes it to the house.
Is that Hamilton?
Dylan Mound from the near wingback spot.
Mound from the wingback takes it in 43 yards out, and with 5 minutes to play in the half, another Camp Point Central touchdown.
53 yards on the night, 2 carries for Mound, another touchdown, 43 yards on the carry.
Really good block by Fowler from that fullback spot, though, to break that open.
Tell you what, Fowler's been impressive this year, hasn't he, Bob?
He's had some really good runs, especially in the sophomore games too, Jack. But even the first 2 weeks of the season, he had some good carries for the Panthers. And also credit Cale Niekamp for disguising the play as long as possible to make that opening happen. His right side blockers, Jack Weiss, also Braden Hummer over there making the holes for the running backs.
2-point conversion. Niekamp takes the snap. He'll hand it off to the back. And the 2-point conversion is no good. Just over 4 minutes to play in the first half. A 50-0 lead for Camp Point Central on top of North Greene on Central Illinois Sports.
Game Masters has your only indoor archery range. Come in and sharpen your skills at our 40-yard range. This state-of-the-art facility has over 30 3D targets and a virtual simulator. We offer hourly and daily rates along with monthly and annual memberships. Our memberships include range access from 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. so you can come in and shoot at your convenience. Check out our Facebook page to find our membership options and discounts. Game Masters, we're passionate about the outdoors.
3:35 to play in the half. And rolling, evidently between the kickoffs as well. Should be a quick game.
I'm going to tell you what, the folks that work on the field here at North Greene's doing a nice job getting that big NG out in the middle and putting the numbers on. And as you well know, with the work you guys have put in this year at the Pittsfield field, it takes a lot of work to get that all done.
Yeah, really a field in great shape here in Week 9, especially when you consider how little of amount of rain has fallen in our area this year.
Chase Barner at the tee, Jack. He's kicked for the 2 weeks when Marco was out, did a nice job for us, and now Chase get a kickoff here in his last regular season contest.
Yeah, he really did do a nice job for Marco when he was missing.
He's got his hand in the air like he doesn't care, and we'll kick this one on a line drive. Man will pick it up off the bounce here. Bowen Berry on the return. And we'll get up just past the 30-yard line, give him forward progress to around the 32. And that's where the Spartans will have it 1st and 10. We're going to call it the 32.
We'll give the tackle that time to 16, Corbin Hoosier, who's been had a really good season also at the JV squad level. He's been getting some some special teams run here with the varsity, but that time he gets the leading tackle to get the second quarter down to the 2-minute mark.
Coaches have to do a lot of work ahead of time to know the people they're going to be able to run in here. And yeah, you got a sophomore team, but trying to get different people some playing time.
Wallace is in the shotgun, 2 receivers to his left. Takes the snap. He'll pitch it to the halfback in Brock Malin. Malin gets up close to the 34-yard line. Gain of a couple on the play. 2nd down and 8.
Number 72, that's Jansen.
Jackson Fowler and Dominic Jansen on the tackle for the Panthers that time. Charlie, ball up to the 33, 34-yard line.
Clock counting down here, North Greene from their own 34. Stay tuned for the Little Jess Motors halftime show. I'll take a look at all the halftime stats, and Jack will have all the scores from around the area.
No.
Nothing. Here's a pass that's going to be intercepted on the play. This is Whitler on the pick. He's going to try to return it down the sideline and is pushed out of bounds. Nice play by Brady Whitler, the 5'11", 180-pound junior.
Yeah, he kind of pulled that ball over his shoulder, right? Kind of running away from the play, like when Jack described Marco Dunn. He's running away from the play, reached up and grabbed it, kind of took it away from the receiver, and stopped and turned around and headed back for a good return of about 25 yards.
I'll tell you what, it looked like that ball was going to be completed to the North Greene receiver there. he was right on the money as Wallace did a nice job throwing the ball, and Whitler just made a tremendous play.
Very, very good play, and I think that'll be the final play of the first half. As they'll let the final 30 seconds tick down, we head to the Little Jess Motors halftime show, where we'll take a look at halftime stats and more after this.
Here at Little Jess, we value hard work, dedication, integrity, and leadership. We have a respect for heritage and tradition and believe in the pursuit of building legacies, breaking records, and putting forth award-winning results. That's why supporting schools and local teams is one of our favorite and most exciting parts of our business. For over 7 decades, we strive daily to use those same values as a foundation to meet our community's automotive needs and support our future generations. Little Jess Motors, serving our community since 1969.
This is literally the best sales offer we've ever had for 3 days. If you're used to seeing a certain type of sale on the weekends from us, this one's even better. It's a 10% instant rebate across everything in the store. Yes, everything, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. While you might think there's a long list of exclusions, well, actually, this is it. And your 10% rebate is instant, immediate. You can see it on your receipt. You don't have to wait 12 or 1,600 weeks or whatever it is to receive it in the mail. So, 10% off everything. We'll see you this weekend.
Here in Pittsfield, we're focused on maintaining a healthy, diverse economic base to increase opportunities for our residents. Economic factors greatly affect a community's overall potential, and we strive to continue our prosperous culture. The availability of both commercial and industrial employment centers and new lucrative entrepreneurship opportunities are major assets for growth and development here in Pittsfield. In addition to providing employment and income to people, Pittsfield also boasts several tax incentive districts to further facilitate economic growth. Examples of growth and success can be seen throughout Pittsfield. Pittsfield is located within Pike County and widely known for the abundance of white-tailed deer, and is also home to companies that have capitalized from the region's natural resources. Located over on Madison Street, Whitetail Properties is a major local and international employer that truly embodies the local and economic spirit of Pittsfield. State-of-the-art communications and telecommuting are available here. Be sure to catch their televised series throughout the week on the Sportsman Channel. Come grow and be a part of something great in Pittsfield, Illinois.
Hi, Jay Arnold here with Donahue's Barbershops and Family Hair Centers. You can find us in Pittsfield, 2 blocks west of Walmart, and Mount Sterling on Pittsfield Road, and on the south side of the square in Winchester. We have 6 full-time experienced barbers and cosmetologists to make sure you get the haircut you want. You never need an appointment because we only take walk-ins. Find us on Facebook. Stop by and see us at one of our 3 locations soon.
Windows and entryways are one of the most accessible ways to enhance the security and visual appeal of your home or business. Pike County Glass takes immense pride in our role of making our community a beautiful place to live. We make sure to design and install with your needs at the forefront of our mind. After all, no great service is worth doing if your customers aren't satisfied. Pike County Glass promises to create the products that you've always wanted to have for your property. Call Pike County Glass, 217-285-4275, or visit PikeCountyGlass.com.
Welcome back to the Little Jess Motors halftime show. A 50-0 lead at the break here for Camp Point Central on top of North Greene. And with all of your halftime stats on the Little Jess Motors halftime show, here's Jack.
Well, the Panthers led it 28-0 at the end of the first quarter on the Ridgeline Sales Group Incorporated scoreboard, 50-0 here at halftime. Panthers have raced the ball 17 times for 204 yards. They're 6 of 7 passing for 195 yards. Total of 399 yards. Have been called for 2 penalties for 15 total yards. And we've got a variety of people who have run the ball so far tonight. Curtis Rigg, 1 carry, 40 yards. 2 carries for Zach Weir for 6 yards. And then Rodriguez had 1 carry for 24 yards. 2 carries for Cale Niekamp for 18 yards. Luke Ippenson carried the ball twice for 21 yards. 15 yards in carries on the night for Jasper Flessner, and he's got 15 total yards. Colin Bachholz carried the ball 1 time for 3 yards. Also, Jackson Fowler has carried the ball 2 times for 13 yards. Dylan Mound 2 times for 67 yards, one of them a 43-yard run. Grant Hamilton has 1 yard on a carry, and also Dinklage had 1 carry for 14 yards in the first half. Tate Eikens caught 3 passes for 87 yards. Curtis Rigg, 3 passes for 113 yards in the first half. And once again, Niekamp, 195 yards passing. He's been on the money all night long. 1 interception. That was by Brady Whitler. On the other side for North Greene, they have -3 yards passing as they were 2 of 9. 12 rushes on the night for -11 yards. No penalties for them. Scoring looked like this. At the 10-minute mark of the first quarter, Panthers' Curtis Rigg ran the ball for 40 yards. The point after was good by Weir, 8-0 Panthers. At the 7:27 mark of the first quarter, 61-yard pass play from Cale Niekamp, the sophomore, to the senior Tate Eichen. The run after was no good. It was 14-0. Then it was a 24-yard run by Marco Rodriguez at the 4:35 mark. The point after was no good, 20-0 Panthers. At the 2:18 mark of the first quarter, an 85-yard Rigg pass from Niekamp, and the Eichen pass from Niekamp after that, 28-0 Panthers. We'd move to the second quarter. The Panthers would score at the 10:36 mark, 17-yard pass play to Rigg from Niekamp. Then at the 9:42 mark, Cale Niekamp ran it in from 4 yards out. The run after was from Bachholt for 3 yards. Weir had the point after on the previous. It was 44-0. Then at the 4:43 mark, when we started the clock running, 43-yard Mowen run, 50-0. The run after was no good at that. So far on the night, Panthers have had the ball 8 times, and they have scored on 7 of those 8. Ran out of time at the end of the half after the interception. North Greene's had the ball 8 times, and they have had to punt the ball 7 of those and an interception. No surprise, a very experienced Panther squad controlling the tempo here. We'll have a running clock in the second half. And I just mentioned, I wish North Greene had a fresh soft game on Monday with these youngsters to be able to play somebody. It would just be nice for them to see a game like that. Panthers will also not be in action for fresh soft action next Monday, as they'll play in the playoffs a week from Saturday. But that's the totals at halftime on the Little Jess Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram halftime show. We'll take a break, come back and tell you more at halftime here from North Greene after these.
Every day, banks touch every corner of our lives. They support us when we turn life's goals into accomplishments. Goals like opening a small business, buying a home, planting a crop, having a baby. From your first car to life after retirement, Central State Bank is there for all of your life's milestones. CSB is central to your banking needs. Visit us in Clayton, Kinderhook, Pittsfield, Pleasant Hill, and Quincy, or at csb123.com. Central State Bank wishes all of the teams well on the hardwood this week.
Petty Construction and owner Joe Petty, specializing in commercial and residential roofing systems. They design, build new homes and additions and renovations to your home. Interior and exterior renovations are their specialty. Petty Construction and Joe Petty have the experience in building you are looking for. Call 217-779-6384 or on the web at joe.petty@pettyconstruction.com. Building your community one job at a time.
When it comes to financial planning, most financial companies focus on your income. At Northwestern Mutual, we focus on your outcome. That's why we know what it takes to succeed both on your balance sheet and in your life. It takes the right financial partner who looks at where you are and where you want to go and designs a financial plan to take you there so you can achieve the life you're after today and every day after. Focus on your financial outcome with Northwestern Mutual. Contact Sheila Davidsmeyer today at SheilaDavidsmeyer.nm.com. Northwestern Mutual is the marketing name for Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company and its subsidiaries in Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Before I started at DOT, it was like a real low point in my life. I just lost my house, and I just wanted something to get myself back on my feet. I met a driver named John, and he was like, man, come to DOT. They'll pay for your school. They'll pay for your CDLs. I applied, and ever since then, I've been very grateful. Since I've been here, I've had the opportunity to save money to buy me a home within the next couple of months. It's definitely been great. When my life needed direction, I took the wheel.
Are you looking to streamline your banking? Great Rivers Bank has just what you need with our streamlined checking and savings accounts. Earn high interest rates or get cash back on debit card purchases with your qualifying account. Plus, ATM fee refunds. Certain qualifications required. Call or visit our website today at www.greatriversbank.bank to get started. Great Rivers Bank, member FDIC, Equal housing lender.
I have to speak to you about something that is concerning me. Heard you and your mother talking about this Arlo fella.
You're dating someone?
Yeah.
Dad, Arlo's the name of the new security cameras that we got from our service provider. Arlo's not a boy.
Oh, boy.
Ah, not a boy. Apparently, we just learned that it's a camera. Named after a boy. Why don't you name it Peter?
Hi, Jay Arnold here with Donahue's Barbershops and Family Hair Centers. You can find us in Pittsfield, 2 blocks west of Walmart, and Mount Sterling on Pittsfield Road, and on the south side of the square in Winchester. We have 6 full-time experienced barbers and cosmetologists to make sure you get the haircut you want. You never need an appointment because we only take walk-ins. Find us on Facebook. Stop by and see us at one of our 3 locations soon.
Welcome back on the Little Jess Motors halftime show. 50-0 the lead for Camp Point Central here at the break. We'll have action for you tomorrow night from Pittsfield, as Pittsfield will play host to Porta AC Central. 7 o'clock start with a 6:25 pregame on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show tomorrow. Hope you'll join us then for the final game of the regular season on our broadcast schedule. Of course, we'll cover the Panthers in the playoffs for as long as they go, and hopefully, Jack, that's a several more week endeavor.
Well, you know, they haven't let us down so far, have they? We've went deep with them, ended up at Belleville Altoff last year. Year before, ended up with a state championship where we couldn't even do the video, and we still had 1,000 people on the broadcast. Bob, that was a lot of fun a couple of years ago. Let's do it again. What do you say?
Yeah, that was great. That was at Illinois State campus. We had a whole press box full of people doing a fun broadcast up there, and guys, that was really a tremendous high school football game. You know, it was a lot of defense, but a couple of touchdowns one way, one touchdown the other way. Wind blowing in the morning, 10 o'clock kickoff on a Friday after Thanksgiving. Great fun, great fun.
And I'll tell you, I don't think there's anybody that was there that thought it should have went back to Champaign. Illinois State was just the right size for that football game, didn't you think?
Yeah, it was. The sideline to sideline was easy to navigate. There was the crowd seemed like they filled the stadium a little deeper. We were close to the action, and if you remember, I even knew the officials who were doing that game for us, so it was a lot of fun.
Hey, tomorrow night, Beardstown will be hosting West Central. West Central's 4-4, need that win for the championship there, and that'll be on the road at Beardstown. Also, Triopia is at home against Carrollton. Both of them need that win. Carrollton is qualified for the playoffs. They're 5-3. Triopia needs that win to make the playoffs, but Carrollton would like to be 6-3. Route will be playing at Pleasant Hill. Both teams 1-7. That's a battle there, and ought to be a dandy game tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. And Greenfield Northwestern will be playing Minden Unity. Greenfield, another one of those teams, 5-3. Minden Unity 4-4, and they need the win to make the playoffs. And I would have thought after Sawyer Allen broke his wrist, wouldn't even be talking about that. Last week, 58-50 at West Central. Sawyer Allen threw for 300 yards, ran for 100 with a broken wrist on his left hand.
Remarkable.
First, I thought it was his right wrist at first, but it wouldn't surprise me. We saw Sawyer score 31 points at 5'10" or 11 in a basketball game when there was big guys in the middle. I think the kid can do it all.
He had 7 touchdowns, right?
Oh, he was responsible for 7 at least.
Right.
He's a gamer.
That was a shootout. And then, of course, there's a little game going on in Calhoun tomorrow night. Brown County and Calhoun, 7 o'clock. 8-0 is Calhoun, 7-1 is Brown County. And that's about as big a game as you can have in Week 9, guys, I think. And I think BC Hornet Sports will be carrying that. And there'll be some reports at WJBM, some of the action there. Of course, Charlie told you about the action going on in the Sangamo with Pittsfield and Porta. Has Porta already qualified for the playoffs, Charlie?
They're 5-3.
There you go. It just shows you how you can turn things around. Auburn in Week 9 will be at Olympia, who's 5-3, looking for their 6th win. Murrah Forsyth will be at New Berlin. New Berlin needs to win to make the playoffs. Forsyth's lost a couple of games, so they're looking to be 7-2. Also, let's see what else we got. Riverton is at Athens. Athens 5-3. Riverton, their 1 win, or did they get 2 wins on this season? They're 2-6.
Yep, they've won a couple of times.
Yeah. And so a battle there at Athens, and then Pleasant Plains will be on the road as they will be at Williamsville, who's just 8-0. Also, some other teams that we kind of watch. Byron, what a team they are in 3A. But, man, that 3A is loaded. If you looked at the top 10 in that, I think 6 of them are 8-0.
Yeah, I mean, Williamsville's got a really nice team, and I think they're rated 8th or 9th in the AP poll at 8-0. I mean, so it's a tough class for sure. And should be a lot of fun to watch this postseason roll through once again. I think East St. Louis was playing a team I've never heard of, IMG. You ever heard of them, Bob?
Is that a team or is that a corporation?
IMG Academy. Yeah.
I think we were playing Alabama next week.
Wow.
They've got a class of 2027 athlete that I think is the 2nd-ranked player in his class in the state of Illinois and is already picking up some big-time offers.
No surprise by that. They're an impressive display whenever they show up in the state finals, aren't they, Charlie?
Yeah, and they do that on a regular basis, and as long as the team across from them is not running that dreaded wing tee, they usually do pretty well.
I think Kyle Kampmeyer and the guys up in the Northern Conference up there, they did another poll this week, and they've moved Stockton to like first in 4A, I think now. they had them in first no matter what, and they beat Lena early in the season. Stockton's loaded. They had Lena second with 1 loss, Central third. I think the AP had Central second. Ratings don't mean a whole lot at this stage of the game, and actually Central's schedule this year without the number of wins, even at a 9-0, they'll be one of the lower 9-0 teams when you set things up in the ratings, except they're on a bunch of undefeated teams in the South, and that helps them a lot.
Yeah, I mean, you play the same schedule basically every year. Of course, the crossover games rotate every couple, but you just play the teams that they have on the schedule, and Central's done that, and they are 2 running clock quarters away from being 9-0 once again in the regular season.
Bob, can you think about how many 9-0 seasons that Brad Dixon's squad has had, including, were they not 9-0 when they were still playing Mendota, Spring Valley Hall, Princeton,
That was a 9-0 regular
Pecatonica?
season. Their assistant coach, Casey Monroe's right here. Casey Monroe, how many 9-0 seasons have we had during your tenure? Do you know, sir?
Too many to count, he says.
And that 9-0 team that Jack's talking about was probably one of the really strong teams that we had.
Well,
we played a 3A schedule all year.
And people are talking about, well, you ought to play Williamsville and Moreau and stuff. Well, they played Orion towards the end of the season and got beat up a little bit. Week 2 against Williamsville, they were missing their quarterback halfway through the game and some other things and lost that game in overtime. You don't want to go into the playoffs all beat up either. And, I think you just play – when you're in a close conference situation like this – where you play both sides, you just play the people that put against you and do the best you can do, right?
They do. And guys like Casey Monroe that are standing here help make that happen. And Casey's enjoyed a great run with our Central Panther football team, right, Casey?
Yes.
6.
Couldn't ask for a better situation.
6 9-0 teams and 2 Caseys in the coaching staff. I will tell you that I did say to Curtis Riggs' dad, before we'd hired a coach in Pittsfield, we were going to build a house for Dixon in Pittsfield, and Wendell Riggs said I'd have burned it down if he'd have built one.
We never did get Casey Monroe's mile per hour measurement. Casey Monroe. Casey measures his mile per hour and how fast he can get to the post-game buffet. That's what he wants to get
I'll tell you what, he better get out of the way because Remington's going to be after him on that one. And, with Remington Bueller doing that speed training and the athletic PE, 130 kids worked out between last season and this season between the girls and the guys. You got a new basketball coach at Central. Looking forward to that. And no co-op anymore in the girls basketball. Bob, what's kind of the talk about that?
Well, you had to be the Camp Point Central Panthers girls basketball squad up and running, and Dakota Nyson takes over his first year running that show. And so we've been watching the junior high girls play a little bit. We're anxious to watch the high school girls get rolling in a few weeks, too. All that'll be here pretty soon, right, Charlie?
Very soon. Before you know it, what practice starts next week, the week after for the girls? I think is right.
Pretty darn quick. I think
we can make Bob not get strangled by your cord here.
Sorry about that. Put him on a short rope,
I looked back a little earlier and thought Bob was praying for an extended amount of time. He just couldn't raise his head because you had your chair on the wire.
Well, and this chair keeps going down and going down and going down, and this is the first time you've been this much taller than me, I think.
Here we go. Maybe we're ready. Number 10 is going to kick Charlie. North Greene to kick off here at their 40.
That's Scott on the kickoff here, and he'll kick a line drive kick, and the Panthers will let it roll and fake the reverse. Man on the far side with it is Hamilton. Hamilton's down the far sideline. He might take this one to the house. One man to beat, 20, 15, 10, cuts back to the middle of the field and goes for the score. How many yards we calling that one, Jack?
84 is what I had it.
84-yard touchdown on the kickoff return by Grant Hamilton. 6 foot, 165-pound.
Son of Ben Hamilton from Hamilton Funeral Home, grandson of Jack and Chris Hamilton. Jack and I played ball together, and game's at the 11:28 mark. I don't think I didn't get the exact time because the clock's running. So
11:28 was the official time, they said.
Guarantee you, Grant Hamilton didn't take that long to run that 84 yards because he can flat run too.
Panthers will go for 2 here.
Here, Brady Whitler's going to come out and run the 2-point conversion, Charlie.
As the quarterback, he's the junior. Had that interception near the end of the first half.
On to the attempted 2-point conversion.
He'll set up under center in the double wing formation. Double tight set this time. Whitler takes the snap. He will hand it off to the second back through. And he'll be in for the 2-point try.
Make it 58-0.
58-0 the lead for the Panthers with the clock rolling in this third quarter. Back with you after this.
Welcome to Douglas Automotive and Tire, your expert truck and car repair center in Pittsfield, Illinois. We provide full service from oil changes to new tires and everything in between. Contact us today to schedule service. We're located at 303 West Jefferson Street in Pittsfield, Illinois. Call 217-922-0064. That's 217-922-0064. Britton and the gang know cars, and if you need repairs, call Douglas Automotive today for all your repairs.
Welcome back. 9:59 and counting in this third quarter. 58-0 Camp Point Central with the lead on the Ridgeline Sales Group scoreboard, and Hamilton ran back the kickoff to start this second half. Pretty impressive play.
Grant's had several big plays during his sophomore season and a handful of good ones also during the varsity squad. Chase Barner here is at the 40 to kick, Jack.
Tell you what, come out to Pittsfield tomorrow night, folks. Porter and Pittsfield ought to be a dandy game. Come out to Glenn C. Smith Field. Enjoy that, or you can watch it on Central Illinois Sports.
All right, Barner has his hand in the air, ready to kick this one away. He'll kick it on a line drive, and the man will pick it up. That's Malin on the return here. Malin will be tackled shy of the 30-yard line of the 29, and that's where the Spartans will take over first and 10 with 9 minutes to play in the third.
Please report to the concession stand.
29-yard line. Well, one of the guys is telling me, probably the best football when they played Mendota. It was good football, but you got to remember there was a state championship in that too. So both of them were really good football. I don't even try to compare them. I just sit back and enjoy all of them and wish I'd have been a bigger part of it. But we've been blessed to be able to broadcast for 15 years and plus the COVID year.
Caleb Dinklage, Jackson Fowler, two of our linebackers, Charlie. Grant Hamilton to the right. Corbin Hoosier to the left.
Bunch of youngsters out there.
Making sure they have the right ball, it looks like. That it's inflated properly. They want a different ball. Something wrong with that one.
Well, we usually have a kickoff ball. We usually have a offensive ball, but North Greene might do the same.
Well, maybe you put a Nerf ball out there. That'd be kind of fun.
Well, they're taking that one to Camp Point sideline, so I'm guessing they just did not switch the ball out.
Yeah. They said, we don't want that Camp Point ball.
Back to pass. Looking out in the flats, has it completed here to Scott. Scott kind of stutter steps for a moment, gets out to the 30-yard line, a gain of a yard on the play. Second down and 9.
That's Caleb Dinklage from his linebacker spot. Caleb had a first down carry for the Panthers in the first half, and now he's got a tackle in the second half.
Good to see a lot of these guys get those reps for some of the sophomores. Could be some of their final plays of the season, but you just never know. Some of those first-round games, you can get some of those second-team, third-team guys in as well, depending on how the score goes. We've seen some that haven't been like that, though. Malin's the ball carrier this time. He will carry the pile forward for a gain of another yard on the play to the 31.
Malin now a positive yard and 11 carries on the night.
Give him a 2-yard gain, Jack.
Okay. I got to tell you, too, folks, you need to understand this very soft team from Camp Point Citrus on the field. They played a lot of varsity action in the second half of a lot of games against the varsity of the other team, and so they're pretty well tested.
If Tucker Moeller back as our safety spot.
Wallace and Malin have a little conversation in the backfield. 2 receivers wide to either side. Wallace is back to pass. Clean pocket. He'll throw it out in the flats to Malin. Malin will be stood up after a short gain again. He'll get to the 30-yard line, which will actually be a 2-yard loss on the play, and bring up a 4th down.
Nice play by Corbin Hoosier, who kind of stayed in his spot and didn't take any bites the wrong way and just gradually moved forward and made a strong tackle by Corbin.
You see so many teams play defense and they get running just without really staying in their lanes, and that's where you see long runs a lot of time. The Panthers are very good at staying in the lanes they're assigned to, and on pass defense they do the same thing. You just got to stay at home and make the plays you can make.
Here's a fake punt. Carson Wallace is back to pass. He'll throw it out into the flats. It's completed to Malin, but he'll be shy of the sticks to be taken down at the 34. Gained 4 yards on the play, but not enough for a first down. It'll be a turnover on downs on a 1st and 10 for Camp Point Central at the North Greene 34-yard line.
Grant Hamilton makes the stop from his linebacker spot.
At the 34-yard line.
5:33 in the clock, rolling here in the 3rd. Panthers offense back onto the field. Well, I guess onto the field for the first time in the second half, right?
Makes it tough. They ran the kickoff back, and now even with fullback dives and stuff, there are going to be kids blocking. So you've got to have the good coverage on the defensive side to hold them right here.
You had one job.
He's still alive, huh?
He's back.
Anybody got a hat?
Whitler, the quarterback again. He's set up under center, puts a man in motion. He'll hand it off to the fullback here.
Jackson
Looks
Fowler.
like Fowler hip on the ball carrier. He'll pick up the first down as he's down to the 20-yard line. 14-yard gain on the play, 1st and 10.
27 yards for him, 16th first down of the ball game. And good night to Mr. Wasp for the rest of his career.
He's still rolling here.
Yep, we didn't get him.
He's a tough son of a gun.
These North Greene Wasps are tough now.
Why don't you not do it there? Let's leave him alone. He looks to be a little lethargic anyway.
We have Luke Houston in the backfield for the Panthers at the left wing back spot.
He went in motion the last time. Let's see if they want to maybe get him his first carry of the night. There's Houston in motion again. He'll get the carry and be taken down after a short gain, spun forward for a little extra yardage to the 17-yard line. 3-yard pickup on the play.
Did you call that Houston on the play?
Houston.
Luke Houston.
Okay, I got to add another guy.
Luke Houston is a 5'9", 160-pound sophomore. His first carry of the contest. Gained 3 on the play.
We're at 3:45 in the 3rd quarter, Charlie.
It goes quickly.
Coach Ray's really good at watching that time clock and running it down. They don't have play clocks on the sidelines here, so.
They did earlier. They just must not be on. Here's a handoff to the second man through. Going to be stacked up near the line of gain. Maybe just shy of the 10-yard line. And it'll be a 3rd down and about a half a yard on this one. So called a 6-yard pickup to the 11.
We get a ball carrier on that one?
That was Fowler on the carry.
Okay.
He's going out. We've got a different fullback coming in. Brady Whitler to the sideline to get the play.
Fowler's got 33 yards in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 carries. Call it 4 carries.
Is that Friday in the backfield? Is that what you have now, Bob? 42. They'll hand it off to the fullback. See who we got here now with the new man coming in. Just turn away from us.
Oh, he's going to the sideline. There you go, Charlie.
That was
42, Jordan Friday.
Jordan Friday.
We had a Friday a few years ago. Is that a little brother, Bob?
I think so. There's Joseph was a senior a couple years ago. He had a really strong season.
Yeah.
Helped us win that game against Calhoun at home.
First and goal from the 9 as he picked up 2 yards on that play.
From the 9-yard line.
Another fullback in there. That's Dinklage back in the backfield. As Whitler's under center. Just over 2 minutes to play in the third. They'll pitch it outside to Caleb Dinklage. Looking for running room. Nothing on the right side. Good play this time by Brock Malin on the stop.
Malin on the stop.
Really strong tackle at around the 7-yard line, I believe is where they'll put it. 2-yard pickup on the play. Second and goal from the 7.
I think the ball came loose, Charlie. We were switching teams. I think it was a fumble during the play.
Oh, wow.
And the Spartans recover.
So on the far sideline, a fumble occurred, and the Spartans get the takeaway.
15 different guys have run the ball tonight, so a fumble, and North Greene will have the ball.
First and 10 from their own 7-yard line with a minute and 19 seconds to play. They're going to put it right at the 5. Jack called officially. First and 10.
Got some youngsters out here on the defensive backfield, Bob. We'll try to get some of those names if we can.
Wallace in the shotgun. He'll hand it off to Malin. Malin running right up the middle, trying to get some room away from their own goal line. Looks like they'll mark him at around the 6-yard line after a 1-yard gain.
Pick up 1 to be 2nd and 9.
North Greene's still looking for that first down of the night.
This is Gabby Homan on the left side cornerback spot, Jack, the one you're identifying. Corbin Hoosier inset to the linebacker spot. Tucker Moeller to safety.
Wallace on the shotgun with 30 seconds left in the third. Takes a snap. Fakes the handoff. Looks to throw it out into the flats. That's to Evan Scott. They're calling that a backwards pass, and this will be picked up in the end zone for a touchdown. Referees will get together and say it is a touchdown for Camp Point Central as the man picked up the backwards pass. And so that'll be a touchdown for Camp Point Central.
Did we happen to catch the guy that picked it up?
It has to be Corbin Hoosier from his
Hoosier.
Inside from his left side linebacker spot. Corbin's out there on the coverage, and the ball landed kind of at his feet. He picked it up in the end zone, and it was scored. I think that's a touchdown with no return yardage.
Yeah, we'll call it 6 seconds left when he picked it up. And they'll go for the 2-point conversion. And there's just not much you can do about it when they throw it out there. And I mean, he didn't even really dive on it. He just reached out and picked it up. Kind of was going, I'm just going to pick this up and give it to the referee. And he went, hey, I scored a touchdown. How about that? Good year for the Hoosiers.
That's right. This will be a 2-point try. Be the final play of the third.
I have seen Coach Ray call a kneel on some of these. We've gotten to this point.
Whitler gets the play from the sideline as the Panthers break the huddle on the 2-point conversion try. Whitler puts a man in motion. He will hand it off to the fullback, who is short of the line of gain this time. All right, 3 quarters are in the books. Camp Point Central on top of North Greene, 64-0.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. You've heard that phrase many times. And Rod Prentice in Pittsfield, your State Farm agent, is the guy you can count on to be your friend and neighbor in the insurance business. He has a complete line of insurance available for you from State Farm Insurance. You can reach him at 217-285-6930. Our family trusts Rod Prentice with all of our insurance needs. Stop by their office on Washington Street and see the girls. And Rod Prentice, your State Farm agent, 217-285-6930.
Press Yours on You and the Walker family are starting their 20th year of serving the Camp Point community and surrounding areas by helping businesses, schools, and families with custom solutions that stand out. For businesses and organizations, we've got you covered with professional screen printing, embroidery, laser engraving, and custom banners. From team apparel to promotional products, we'll help your brand shine. Come see why Press Yours on You has been trusted for 20 years. Press Yours on You, right on Highway 24 in Camp Point. Find us on Facebook. And from our family to yours, thank you for shopping local.
Ready to start quarter number 4. Central will kick off after the touchdown as Hoosier picked it up in the end zone on the backwards pass behind the line of scrimmage to score Central's second touchdown without the offense on the field.
Quite a colorful mixer board you got here, Charlie. What are all these buttons over here do?
Yeah, you just don't touch them. It's kind of like usual.
Chase Barner's at the tee again, Charlie.
He's ready to kick it off. Look, we got a train coming through town, maybe. Harner will put his boot into this one. It'll be taken on the bounce. Bowen Berry on the return. He'll be tackled up at the 35-yard line.
Berry brings it back to around the
As we're just
35.
underway here in quarter number 4.
Bowen will be on the basketball team this year, and he will do a good job. Just a junior is Bowen. But he's got to put up with a new varsity basketball coach. I don't know how that's going to work out because I think his daddy's coaching and his mom's the assistant, so his dad better be nice to him. Good to see Brett Berry back on the sidelines, though. We always enjoyed him, didn't we, Charlie?
Yeah, one of the best. 2 receivers split wide to the left-hand side. A single man wide to the right as Wallace is back to pass. Sets his feet, heaves it downfield. It is incomplete. On the coverage that time, looking to be Jackson Bueller. Also back there deep, Caleb Dinklage in the mix.
One of the things Wallace needs these receivers to do is run the route. You know, they kind of jog down there, and he's looking for them to go full speed. And if they'll just do that, he puts the ball out there where they could catch the ball.
And there's still a little switching on the defensive side.
Just a sophomore, 5'8", 140 pounds is Wallace.
Braxton Kestner is in, the 6'3", 150-pound freshman. He's sporting the pink socks tonight. And he's got his first tackle of the night as he takes down Brock Malin. Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain, no loss on the play. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 10.
Malin's carried the ball 13 times tonight. He's been busy back there.
Braxton, another one of our freshmen, Charlie, who's had a great breakout season in the JV football games on Monday night. He was a junior high baseball player, but turned to football when they didn't conflict, and he's made some receptions from his tight end spot and really shined as a linebacker.
22, Bennett Hawk out there on the offense, 5'7", 120-pound freshman.
What are they putting in the water there, Bob? Everybody's a little taller these days, it seems like. As Wallace is back to pass, clean pocket. Now has to avoid the rush and going to take off and try to run, and he'll be dragged down after a gain of a yard to the 36-yard line.
His first carry of the night, positive 1 yard on the play.
That'll bring up 4th down.
4th and 9.
Caleb Dinklage from his linebacker spot making the tackle, but we had 3 or 4 Panthers in the backfield. Good for them to breach the line of scrimmage and make things happen. Reed Henry, another one of our good JV linebackers, making a play.
This North Greene squad, they have had quite a schedule. They drew Calhoun, of course, Greenfield, Northwestern in the south, and West Central, Carrollton, and then on the north they play Brown County and Camp Point Central. So hadn't been too many breaks for them here at all.
Looks like Coach is going to let the clock run down here and maybe take a timeout. And will, with 9:01 to play in the contest, we get our Adams Fiber timeout, the official timeout sponsor on Central Illinois Sports is Adams Fiber, the hometown favorite for blazing fast internet. Whether it's game day or every day, Adams Fiber keeps you connected with the speed and reliability you need. Visit adams.net or call or text 217-214-3423 to join the winning team. So the first time out of the contest for either squad, and if you're North Greene here, maybe going for it, I'm assuming. They're probably calling a timeout at this juncture to punt.
Yep, see if they can pick up a first down here possibly.
Also like to take the time to
He'll be on the air about 6:25 or so tomorrow night for the Pittsfield contest.
Yep, well, the Great Rivers Bank pregame show for that one. Senior night at Pittsfield for their 14 seniors.
Interview with the coach before the game, and
all kinds of fun stuff.
You bet.
All right, the Spartans are back out onto the field, ready to roll here. They will put Wallace under center for the first time of the night. He'll pitch it back, trying a halfback pass. The lefty throwing the ball was Bowen Berry, and it is incomplete. They'll try the halfback pass, falls incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs with 8:48 to play.
Good play calling there. He had his guy wide open. It just kind of fell through the opened arms of the receiver, but they had plenty of yards for the first down, Charlie. A well-designed play.
Actually, I've had about 4 plays right on the numbers, and they just needed to be able to get the catch there. Jansen Blackadder, just a freshman coming off the field, 6'1", 325. That man will work hard this offseason and be one of their key linemen next year again.
Panthers running some new guys on the field again with that offensive line.
Just 4 seniors on this North Green squad. Skylar Bryant, along with Cameron Slow, Clayton Reese, Preston Bradford are their seniors.
Number 73 playing the right side of the line. Is that Kane Earhart? 6'4", 300-pound sophomore for Camp Point Central into the game.
It is, Charlie.
Looks like a pretty good athlete. As we'll see Whitler set up under center in the double wing. Puts a man in motion. We'll give it off to the motion man. That is Bueller on the carry, and he's turned back for a 1-yard loss. Barry on the stop.
Paxton Bueller, the sophomore.
Bueller, yeah.
Paxton is a 5'6", 130-pound sophomore. Wears the number 5 with the carry. Good play by Bowen Berry from that outside linebacker spot to make the tackle.
Brady Whitler still getting the plays from the sideline as we are near the 7-minute mark of the contest and the regular season winding down quickly, Charlie.
It wound down quickly. I mean, it was just week 1 a couple days ago, wasn't it, when West Central came to Pittsfield, to Camp Point?
Give it up to the fullback this time. Let's see who crawls off the pile before we make a guess here. Is that Fowler again, Bob?
Yes, it is.
So he takes it down to the 31-yard line. 5-yard, called 6-yard gain on the play.
We will vote for new away uniforms with gold numbers or black numbers with some trim around them so we can be able to pick those up a little bit easier. They're tough.
That time, Charlie, Jackson Bueller comes in and says, younger brother Paxton Bueller, go to the sideline. My turn to carry.
We'll talk about this later if you want to, in the front yard. Whitler on a 3rd down. Hands it off to the second back through around the left side. It is Jackson Bueller, and he'll have the 1st down. Bueller inside the 25 to the 24-yard line. 7-yard gain on the play and a 1st and 10.
He's got 10 yards and a couple carries. Another 1st down, the 18th of the ball game for the Panthers. They had 23 or 24 last week, I do believe.
Seen a lot of substitutions now as we're in the waning moments of this contest.
I think our fullback, Charlie, is number 1, Wes Homan.
He's a 5'8", 135-pound freshman.
Good to see some of those seniors that didn't get a chance to play much this season getting out there, too. Some we celebrated last week on senior night.
Whitler will hand it off. Man getting around the edge is Homan this time, it looks like. And he fumbles, and it's picked up by the Spartans. Man on his feet. Brock Malin might return this one for a touchdown, and he will. Fumble recovery for a touchdown from around the 25-yard line. So a 75-yard return for a touchdown.
How about that? Good job by Malin. He picked it up and looked like he was going to stumble, but he returned it 75 yards for the touchdown at the 5-minute mark. And North Green's on the board for the 2nd time this season. How about that?
Malin takes it 75.
So Malin with the scoop and score. Look at it here. Again on the Northwestern Mutual Instant Replay.
He'll be able to watch that when he gets home because we'll leave that up for a while so people can watch it on Central Illinois Sports on YouTube.
64-6 the score now with 4:20 and counting.
30. There they are. I knew that train was coming through, but I didn't know it was coming through the press box. Yeah.
On to the 2-point conversion.
2-point try. Wallace in the shotgun. He'll hand it off to Malin. Malin looking for a hole. Has on the left side, and he will get in for the 2-point try. So Malin on the return. Malin on the 2-point try has given North Green a touchdown and the 2-point try to make the score 64-8.
Sports families, come check out Central Valley Sports, the new facility in town. Located 3 miles south of Winchester at 520 Winchester Glasgow Road. batting cages, pitching mounds, pitching machines, and more. Open to all ages and skill levels. The facility is available for team rental, individual membership, and family memberships. Be sure to check out the Central Valley Sports Facebook page for more information and stay up to date on individual lessons and camps offered throughout the year.
Case IH has been an innovator for over 30 years.
Case IH has, a great brand of equipment, various product lines from little tractors to big farm equipment.
Case IH is the only one that we've ever had, and it's definitely the customer service that we get from Case.
They're probably one of the top brands as far as it goes with innovation. Keeps growing our business as well, and we have great products and people behind it.
2:40 to play. 64-8 the score now on the Ridgeline Sales Group scoreboard, as the Spartans got the big scoop and score from Brock Malin, and then he ran in the 2-point conversion as well. Now they're looking for a couple more guys on the kickoff team.
Malin said, Coach, I could use a break. I just ran the ball 75 yards in 3, and we've got 8 points now. I'm tired.
Scott has it teed up, ready to kick this one off for the Spartans.
We'll tee it up for the Spartans.
Central with a return team out there ready to see what they can do with this one. All right, waiting for the official to get set. As the clock keeps on rolling here. And here's the kick. Going to be taken on a line drive kick. And this man might go for a score. Look out. Like Fowler. Shot out of a cannon. Jackson Fowler's going to run this one back for a touchdown.
Where'd he pick that ball up at, kids?
Caught it on the fly right at the 30-yard line.
70-yard run. You say Jackson Fowler?
That was Fowler on the 70-yard kickoff return for a touchdown.
With a 70-yard touchdown run.
He just caught it on the fly, ran forward, and then ran away from the pack. And now the Panthers will go for 2.
2-point conversion.
On what very likely will be the final play we see tonight.
I want to thank the folks from here at North Greene for allowing us to be up here tonight. And John Holt wants to thank him for being up on top of the press box. He had cold hands when he came down, Charlie.
Yeah, I got kind of a little warm in the first half, as now the Panthers will just take a knee on the 2-point conversion, and that's going to take us to the final, as 70-8 will be the final in this one. Camp Point Central finishes the regular season undefeated. North Greene finishes up their season here tonight, and we will take you to the Logan Ag postgame show, where we'll have final stats and name our player of the game next.
At Logan Agri-Service, we understand your success starts from the ground up. That's why we've been your trusted partner in agriculture since 1962. From top quality seed and cover crops to fertilizer, crop protection chemicals, and petroleum products, we have you covered. At Logan Ag, we take pride in providing you quality products at competitive prices with service that exceeds expectations. Call us today at 1-800-LOGAN-AG or visit loganag.com.
Saki Car and Pet Wash in Pittsfield and Wildcat Car Wash in Barry keep your ride and even your pets looking their best while enjoying the easiest, most rewarding wash experience around, all while supporting your locally owned car washes. With the Touch4Wash app now available for use at both locations, you can earn points towards free washes, unlock discounts, and pay and start your wash right from your phone. Plus, we've upgraded with our new chemicals to give you the best clean and shine yet. Follow us on Facebook to stay updated on specials and promotions. Wash smarter, shine brighter, choose Saki Car and Pet Wash in Pittsfield or Wildcat Car Wash in Barry today. Are you short on time or budget, but your family is hungry? It's time for the Maya Authentic Mexican Restaurant in Pittsfield. Try the Maya Special, a crowd favorite. Delicious grilled fajitas, steaks, nachos Mexicano, salads in a tortilla bowl, the tastiest salsa and cheese sauce around, and the fastest service anywhere. You can afford it. It's the Maya Mexican Restaurant on Washington Street. Call ahead with your order and you can pick it up in the drive-thru, 217-285-4526. The Maya Restaurant in Pittsfield. When you're ready to restock your pantry, go to Kay's Family Food in Camp Point, Illinois. Open 7 days a week, 7 a.m. through 8 p.m. Be proud, Camp Point area. Kay's Family Food is the only locally owned grocery store in Adams County outside Quincy. Delicious donuts daily, great lunch specials, fresh cut meats, fresh produce. Kay's Family Food are committed to the area and the school. When you support your local store, they can support you and your school and community. When you need to restock, think of Kay's Family Food, 593-6814. One size fits all. That may be all right for an adjustable belt or cheap sunglasses, but when it comes to your financial needs, no one wants a one-size-fits-all strategy. Derek Harris is your Pike and Adams County area Edward Jones financial advisor. Derek Harris's most important goals are yours. That's why Derek will take the time to understand your needs so he can recommend personalized strategies with your goals in mind. Contact Derek Harris today at 217-222-7173. Knowing you, that's how Edward Jones makes sense of investing. Member SIPC.
Welcome back on the Logan Ag postgame show. Final of this ball game, a 70-8 win for Camp Point Central over North Greene as Central finishes the regular season at 9-0, ready to see who their playoff opponent will be next Friday or Saturday. And really, Central took control of this contest early, got a lot of guys mixed into the action, and win this one at North Greene as the players just got finished meeting at midfield. And here on the Logan Ag post-game show, Jack's got to look at some final stats.
Well, 24 rushes, 224 yards for the Panthers on the night. They rushed for 19 first downs in the ball game, 6 of 7 passing, 195 yards, total of 422 total yards. Not a lot of rushes in the second half because had some kickoff returns. Eichen, 87 yards in 3 catches, 113 yards for Rigg on the night there. He had 40 yards rushing, so 153 total yards. Some of the highlights, 39 yards for Jackson Fowler on the night in 2, 4, 5 carries on the evening. DeCamp all in the first half was 6 of 7, 195 yards. Kale also rushed for 1 or 2 carries for 18 yards on the night. Some of the highlights and negative 4 yards total on the evening for North Greene. So as we predicted it would be, domination by the Panthers, 9-0, and North Greene will regroup. And with a good 7th and 8th grade program coming up, these kids need to work hard, and they'll have the same schedule as they had this year. So everything will just flip around, and they'll be on the road those other games and be on the home the ones they were away.
Logan Ag, our post-game sponsor. They have locations in Griggsville and Winchester in Illinois, Knox City, Wayland, Monticello, and Paris on the Missouri side. Call Logan Ag 217-833-2375. Bob, it never gets old on a 9-0 season, never gets old seeing a team qualify for the playoffs once again, and this Panther group trying to leave their mark with another deep postseason run now.
Well, I think we had some different players step up than anticipated at the start of the year. That was great. We recognized Jasper Flessner as one of those. We recognized Chase Barner as a senior who's emerged as a really strong player. Cale Niekamp for strong regular season as the quarterback spot. Variety of running backs. And I thought tonight, Charlie, the thing that happened was what was supposed to happen. Tate Eichen, Curtis Rigg, fullbacks, wingbacks, Dylan Mound, Cale Niekamp, defensive line, and our linebacking core. They did what they're supposed to do, came out strong. Came out very efficient and led to the Panther victory to go 9-0 for the regular season.
Panthers finished the year at 9-0. Time to name our player of the game, presented by Edward Jones financial advisor Derek Harris. Financial investments are important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, parents, and mentors. Derek Harris, your Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this, and that's why Derek Harris is a proud sponsor of the player of the game on Central Illinois Sports. And I think tonight's player of the game, Tate Eichen, had some big catches, a couple of touchdown receptions as well, made some good plays on the defensive side for the Panthers too, and he's our player of the game. That's going to do it from North Greene High School. For Bob Ray and Jack Hull, I'm Charlie Hill, thanking you for joining us tonight on Central Illinois Sports.